Hi there, welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. My name is Phixfox, and this is going to be Scenario 3 in the Gem Campaign New Beginnings. This is going to be retrieving the Cowl. Let's read the scenario description. Bring the Vampire's Cowl to the town of Leaf Hall to win the scenario. However, if Jem or Clancy are defeated in combat, or you lose the Cowl, the scenario is lost. Your heroes are limited to level 20, but Jem and Clancy will carry their experience, skills, and spells onto the next scenario. This is going to be a medium-sized map. We are going to be playing as the green players, and then it looks like we're going to have one red enemy to contend with. We do have the opportunity to choose either starting off with the Town Hall, 15 wood, or +1 defense skill. Of course, as always, we are going to let the dice roll decide what we choose here. Dice roll is a 4. A 4 is going to give us this 15 wood. Let's make sure that our difficulty is on impossible, starting off with no resources. And folks, let's hear what Jem has to say to paint the picture of this scenario.
When I delivered the amulet of the Undertaker to Sandro, he told me he had also hired a barbarian named Tarek to locate another artifact, the Vampire's Cowl. However, Tarek is long overdue and Sandro fears for his life. From what I can see, bandits have captured Tarek and are holding him for ransom in an underground prison near the Deja border.
I don't know how she can discern that from looking at a scry of a little scroll. Doesn't really make sense to me how she's able to discern that. A barbarian named Tarek has located the Vampire's Cowl for Sandro. Unfortunately, bandits in the contested lands captured Tarek on his way back from Deja. Tarek convinced the bandits that his friends would pay handsomely for his return. With his possessions intact, my scrying has shown he is being held in an underground prison near the Dejan border. I also received some good news today. Clancy obtained permission from his lord to help me find the other two artifacts. Lord Fayette said it was all right with him as long as we didn't invade Avlee. I believe the last part was a joke. Good to see that we got some humor here. We start off with Jem the Sorceress and Clancy the Ranger right where we left them. Jem has 5 attack, 7 defense, 5 spell power, and 8 knowledge. And she starts off with the Expert Wisdom, Expert Earth Magic, Expert Air Magic, Expert Archery, Expert First Aid, and the Advanced Armorer. We do still have 2 slots that we could fill up, and we should fill up. I think that we're going to leave this scenario with fully operational heroes. If we see a Witch's Hut, we might consider stopping in just to see what other secondary skills we can get. What would I like to see? I would like to see logistics. Logistics is never bad. Anytime you can get 10, 20, 30% additional movement speed by land, that is always a good time. What else? I don't know. There's lots of good secondary skills out there. Logistics is probably my number 1 best though. Leadership would be probably pretty good. Stuff like that. And then we have Clancy as a ranger, again, level 15, like Jem. 6 attack, 9 defense, 5 spell power, 3 knowledge, and he's got the expert resistance, expert offense, and expert earth magic to go along with expert pathfinding. Not to mention he does have some other magical aptitudes with the advanced wisdom, basic intelligence, and basic water magic. So really, in the same way that Jem last scenario was able to use her magic to help clear the map, Clancy's in the position where he can do pretty much the same thing. And it may turn out later on in the scenario, or next scenario, that Clancy's actually the better hero for a given situation. We came across some of those magical barriers where you can't cast any spells, those magical garrisons. Clancy would be the better hero there because he's just an offensive juggernaut, hand-to-hand combat, things like that. Otherwise, Jem's not too bad, but that does mean that Clancy can probably help us take some early fights and kind of help clear this out. So I don't actually know if I want to do what I did in the previous scenarios and combine these 2 heroes. 24 centaurs, 3 dwarves, 17 centaurs. I think I might just send these heroes out on their own way. Jem goes one way and Clancy goes the other. We try and clear the map. We do start off with centaurs here in our main Castle of Still Water. 500 gold per day. That's of course because we do not have our town hall. So we need to get 2,500 gold. That's probably going to be our very first purchase. But we do have 15 wood per our bonus. Nothing else here to speak of. Coronius, level 4 druid, speciality of Slayer. He does have the advanced scholar. That could be pretty useful. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe we pick him up, maybe we don't. I think I'd definitely rather pick him up over Ufriton? Oh, that was bad. The individual who is the ranger that has the dwarven speciality, I really don't like the idea of picking up 8 dwarves as your special dude. It's just not that good. There are some heroes where a level 1 or a level 2 creature speciality can be terrific. There's tons that are coming to mind, but their names always escape me. For example, if you get the hero for the dungeon that has 3 stacks of 20 troglodytes, you're having a real good time. So, anyway, Lorelei for the Harpies. Yeah, there's some options out there. But this being a speciality of dwarves, that's not it, brother. That's not it. So, let's not have these 2 heroes meet up. Let's just have Clancy go here to the west. Excuse me. He's going to go to the east. And then we're going to have Jim go to the west. Hourglass of Evil. I don't think that the Evil Hour artifact is going to be useful at all. That's just going to hurt us. We do see our ore pit right here. We're going to take that, I think, immediately because any resources are good resources. This Naga Bank is interesting. It's been a while. Because I am returning to Heroes of Might and Magic 3, I don't actually know how tough I need to be to take this Naga Bank. I know what the Naga creatures are. They're the 6th level creatures for the Tower faction, and they're very tough. I think that they start off with like 110, 120 hit points, no retaliation. We're going to want to do our very best against them. But we're also going to want to try and take that as soon as we can. I don't know. We're going to see what we can do. This is sad, by the way. I got busy talking and I did not split my creatures off into single stacks of centaurs. That's bad. And Clancy does not actually have an AoE spell. He has a couple of good ones, but the serpent flies are so very fast. Of course, they are going to get down the battlefield quicker. Probably actually should have had... Yeah, I should have tried to defeat the dragonflies in the 3 stack with that spell. Otherwise, let's try and have the dwarves just help. I don't actually mind if the dwarves go down. Unfortunately, they're not going to take any attention here. But the dwarves, I think, are actually just going to slow me down, and that makes me pretty sad. 6 centaurs go down. Not too bad. You got to get that ore mine. And this is much cleaner, I think, than having Gem try and clear everything out and giving all my creatures on over to Clancy. I see this road up here, but it's guarded by something. Silver Pegasi, we're going to want to try and keep those alive. We do have the vision spell, and so if they want to join us, we're going to let them. I think I could just barely see. That is basilisks, and that tells me what I need to know. I'm not going to go in that direction. I'm going to have Gem pick up this treasure chest here. That's 1,000 gold. The Pendant of Dispassion is along the way. The sound of combat draws you to a scene of a fight between an old barbarian and an 8-headed hydra. Your timely intervention swings the battle in favor of the man, and he rewards you with the pendant he used to calm his mind for battle, so no berserk spells here. And that feels pretty okay to me. Hellhounds, and it looks like this is going to be my sawmill right there. Lots of Walking Dead guarding this 1,000 experience. I don't think I really need that. We better pick this up right here, right now, but this time we're going to be just a little smarter, a little wiser. And do we have any business fighting with this few of centaurs? No. Am I still going to do it and win? Yes. Oh, you want to run? No. And they took the tent. Those dogs, those actual dogs. We're not going to apply this result. It looks like they skipped on their 8-speed creatures. Otherwise, yep, we have the terrain advantage, so we have a +1 to our speed. So that puts us on the same speed level as these hellhounds, and that is sad news for these guys. I think that we just defend for everybody here on this first round. I don't think I really need to move up. I think I'm just going to stay right here. The terrain is going to make it so these creatures go across in a fairly uniform way. Nothing I do is going to affect them at this time. I do have for Gem Firewall. That could be pretty useful. Is there a place that makes the most sense to use it? I'm not very good with using Firewall. I do have Fireball though for 65 damage. And this looks prime for a fireball. Oh, this looks prime. Should we? Should we? I think that looks too juicy to pass up. We're going to engage with the enemy as little as possible. Let's let our spells do the talking here. And actually from here, I think that it's going to be just simple magic arrows. We've done our job there. 1 magic arrow there. The 11 centaurs, they're probably going to end up attacking these hellhounds in just 1 second. Everybody else is going to wrap around here. I suppose I've stopped myself from moving into that direction. This terrain is going to be a little bit annoying. Magic arrows it is. We have 56 spell points left. How much do I need to save my spell points, actually? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. But I don't think I need to worry about this tent going down anymore. So that's what we're going to do this. We're going to get the largest stack off. We're going to wait on everybody else. Rather, we're going to defend with everybody else. Oh, and then we're going to try and kill with our 11 centaurs. 27 to 41 damage. Let's take the retaliation. And then 13 hit points left. Let's just hit Q. And no creatures die on our end. Not too bad. Plus we get our sawmill. Oh, there were centaur stables right here. If I'd known that, we might have gone this way instead of this way. Unfortunately, that was news to me. It doesn't matter if I pick up this wood today or tomorrow, so we're just going to do it like that. Looks like we had just enough movement points. I didn't think that we would have enough movement points. Next turn, we are going to get 500 gold, so are we likely to get 1,500 gold total? Are we going to get another 500 gold somewhere else out on the map? I don't know. And the problem with that is this, is I can start working towards a marketplace, a blacksmith, all these other things right now. But it might cost me gold later. I think that it's not a bad thing to do the preparation to get yourself the 2,000 gold per day, as opposed to just the 1,000 gold per day. Even though it might set me back a little bit, I'm going to start getting the marketplace, blacksmith, and mage guild. I think that makes a lot of sense to me right now. I'm definitely going to pick up the centaurs in the same way that I talked about leaving these silver pegasi. I'm going to leave these silver pegasi, or these pack of pegasi. This is a good artifact. This is gold. We've talked about needing all of that. But unless they're going to join me right now, then we're just going to wait, because I think that with a big enough army, I might be able to change their opinion. It's going to take us a second, but we'll figure this out. 19 stone golems. The problem with stone golems is this. You can't really fight them with magic, because they're going to take some serious reduced damage. And it's 19 of them. It's 19. We've got 25 centaurs. We're going to win, but it's not going to be pretty. So, yeah, Jem wants to retreat. I bet she does. Do we want to retreat? No. We've got to fight this out. Looks like we're going to acquit ourselves fairly well, but we still got to do better. The slow is not going to get resisted. These aren't like dwarves. Dwarves will, of course, potentially resist the spell entirely and just not take any effect. I guess here's the question, though. Is that going to help me? Does it matter if I slow them? And the answer is yes, because of this terrain. This terrain means that we can maybe have a couple slow ones go here, and then like most of them go this way. And then if that's the case, then we can fight creatures one by one without having to unload very ineffective spells. Because I do want to have some spells left over for whatever might come next. So we're just gonna wait. Well, let's see. All my centaurs are gonna go, and then they're going to go. I think that we wait on everybody. They're gonna go. Yes, yes. And then now we're going to actually cast our slow right now. At the beginning of next turn, actually. And so this is the split we want, I suppose. Let's get everybody up to the top. Just like this, leaving our biggest stack unencumbered. And we should probably still cast a spell. You're going to take 50% reduced damage, huh? That's a lot of reduced damage. Is there a better spell? I mean, this looks actually pretty good for a firewall. Tell you what, we're going to see about a firewall right here, because I think it's 2 spaces. Yeah, I don't know if they're all about to go this way or not. I think that we try it, though. That looks pretty good. They're going to take so much reduced damage when they come our way, but for now, let's give this a shot. And do we cast the slow? I think not. Let's just wait and see how this goes. Okay. And I think Firewall lasts for 2 turns, regardless of how many spell points you have. Let's do the 1 magic arrow. It'll do 40 points of damage. That'll kill 1 stone golem. And then let's attack this lowest stack here. Okay. It's good information actually for me to have. That's how I can kill some guys like this. It only lasts for 1 turn? Oh my word. I feel like I've got to cast that again. Oh, it was up there for 2 turns. It still did some damage, so we're going to do that. I don't want to fight them yet. We're going to back off. We're going to wait now. And we're going to take the retaliation here. And then after everybody else waits, We're going to get in there. One centaur goes down. Then did they just wait? Oh, goodness. That was a little bit unexpected and very sad. Okay. Overall, good spell, bad spell. Firewall is a tremendous spell. And, of course, there are many strategies that will be so good if you can use them. I'm just not very practiced with using Firewall. So, not my favorite spell. And yet, I recognize its value. That was a mistake, actually. Hold on. Because these centaurs here had already gone, so we're going to defend one more time. Let's see. Let's go to here. Probably just cast one more magic arrow. Not on these guys. They're going to take too much damage. There's going to be too much damage there. Stop this guy. And do I care if I lose my first aid tent? Yeah, of course I do. But do I really? No, of course I don't. 50 hit points left. Oh, I hate fighting troops like this when I have all these spells and nowhere to use them. We're going to take the damage here. One centaur goes down, and from here on out, I'm just going to hit finish on this. 4 centaurs is fine. It's fine. And why did we fight that fight? I look at the subterranean gate, and so far I see maybe there's an opportunity here. I know there's basilisks here. I don't know it's here. I don't know it's here. But subterranean gate can never be bad. 8 power liches. Crest of Valor. Gold mine. This is definitely the correct decision. Flock of harpies want to fight this artifact. A flock of harpies are roosting above this artifact. Do you wish to attack them? I don't. Can I just steal the artifact from them? I don't think the answer is yes. Gem wants to run. Do we want to retreat? The answer is no. We have to get this gold mine. I don't care what else we do down here. We must get the gold mine. And so we got 23 spell points. Let's just plan on casting a couple of these magic arrows. And let's plan on casting one Destroy Undead in just a moment. Everybody's just going to move up to the top. I don't think I really care about this first aid tent. The harpies are always going to be able to just barely outrange me, no matter what I do. So I'm aware of that. It sucks. We're going to just have to deal with it. Ooh, that actually is really not very nice. Okay, 23 damage on that first aid tent. One more magic arrow. Here. And then let's just go for broke. 23 down to 21. Centaurs down to 20. One more magic arrow. No, I cannot do one more magic arrow because I need this Destroy Undead. Oh boy. I've really put myself into a little bit of a pickle. We have to deal with the Harpy Hags because they don't have any retaliation. The Harpies, though, I will slowly whittle them down with my retaliation. But not so the Harpy Hags. This Crest of Valor might have been a mistake. I say might have been as if maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. We'll be able to come back and get this Harpy Hag in just 1 second. Here, and then the fight's over. Unless you do that. I don't know why you would, but unless you do that. So 10 centaurs, but we do still have the spell points to take on these power liches. And I suppose it doesn't hurt that we're going to get one more day's worth of rejuvenation. So, okay. Not how I like to do it. That turn felt so sloppy. Oh my word. Shaking off the rust. 1,500 gold. We did not get up to town hall levels. And I don't think the Clancy can see a way this way with gold. And I don't... There's a campfire here. Is the campfire guaranteed to give me 500 gold or more? I think so. And if that's the case, then I think I can safely get the blacksmith. No, blacksmith is 1,000 gold instead of 500. I don't think that we get the blacksmith today. I think we purchase nothing. And Clancy definitely does not get the dwarves. That just doesn't seem like a good idea to me at all. Slow spell, we already got that. +4 to our knowledge. Happy to see that. Nice to see some sulfur in the mix. Not too bad. I think we can deal with all this. Pack of giants. Pack of giants. Giants are tough. Giants and Heroes 2 make Giants and Heroes 2 make Giants and Heroes 3 look like they are superstars. Giants are actually a force to be reckoned with. The scouting party has located a neutral rampart town to the northeast of our starting base of operations. Okay, this fight, no guarantees, but I think we can take this. Oh my gosh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put out single stacks. Do I want to retreat? No. Okay. They all did single stacks. If we get to go this round of combat, we're going to be fine. Okay, we're fine. Is that your best shot? Is that your best shot? Wow. Okay. The phrase I'm looking for here is this. I would rather be lucky than good. Good is very, very important, but lucky will win you fights you have no business fighting. This was a mix of calculations that led up to this, and then it all kind of worked out. I guess I wasn't lucky that this happened, but you know what? I'm glad that I fought this fight poorly when it didn't really matter and when we had a huge margin for a victory. So we're going to accept that. Just fine by me. And plus, again, 1,000 gold per day, that's worth whatever price we need to pay. That's fine. 600 gold. We do pick up 600 gold, and that is going to get us our town hall. We're going to do that immediately. No questions asked. Oh my gosh, and there's silver Pegasi. Oh, there are so many silver Pegasi. Pegasi? Pegasi. 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 I think that we need to pick up this crystal, and then I think we need to go back. These guys are not going to want to join us, I don't think. Would they want to? I don't know why they would want to right now. 15, 11. But I think that we want to pick up the crystal so that way we can potentially look at getting our Enchanted Spring early. There's no way we're going to get 10, though. Never mind. Should we explore just a little bit further down here? Maybe there's something nice. Pick up the gems just because we are right here. Free Armor of Wander? I mean, that's +1 to everything. That's worth going out of our way for, I think. Really, the thing I'd like to do is continue to explore, and I think that we're still a little bit far away from our Mage Guild. Oh, there's another subterranean gate here. The Medusa are gathered around the artifact. Do you wish to attack? No, I do not. And I don't think I can go up this subterranean gate without potentially fighting somebody on the other side. I think we have to back up. I would love that artifact right now. It's a great artifact. One of the best artifacts in the game. Cursed Ground, Pack of Cavaliers. Interesting. And therefore we are more or less shut in. Unless there's something right here. Pack of Minotaurs guarding... Is that a sawmill? A witch's hut. Hut of the Magi. Okay. So we still have some opportunities here in Stillwater. Now is probably not a bad time to say, look, we should get some wood elves, because if we can get some good creatures going, we can potentially get those 11 Pegasi to join us. And if we get 11 Pegasi to join us, then maybe other Pegasi are going to want to join us. So troops matter right now. Those dwarves in the other kind of area, those matter. But also, an extra 1,000 gold per day, that could matter. What do I do? More troops on the map helps you clear the map quicker. But it's not a guarantee. I still think that we get the Wood Elves now. I think that we get the Wood Elves. It's going to be 3,000 gold. It's going to be 8,000 gold before we can get the City Hall. I think we get the Elves now because that can help us roll the map in some other ways. Plus the green... or our gold mine right there. We're going to get some gold anyway. I think that this is probably the best thing for us. I do want Jim to head back. I do want to, thankfully, it looks like with the very last little bit of our movement points, sit here in this Mage Guild overnight so she can set out tomorrow and be fresh as a daisy. Now is a good time to send over all these troops. Again, we're trying to get as big of an army as possible so that we will have creatures join us. Naga Bank, maybe I can step on it and it'll tell me how many there are there. Let's see with Clancy real quick. It is a pack of Naga. That's still going to be about 1,000 hit points at least. Do I recruit the dwarves? That's going to be 960 gold. I'm still going to have the 1,400 gold left to get the elves. And the only problem here is that now Jim's going to set off. Maybe she'll slow down for something, though. Let's pick up all these troops we can. And let's just see with this vision spell. Creatures are in the mood for a fight. Okay. I don't know why we didn't cast View Earth here. That should have been the very first thing we did. Looks like at this point red is in this general area. Okay, and there's some Looks like that swampy terrain to the bottom right. It looks like underground. There's more underground. There's this underground here, and then there is some very rich underground over there. Oh my word. So underground is going to be very important indeed. And then I seem to remember that there's at least 2 more rampart castles in this general area. It's been a minute since I played this map, but I do believe there's more opportunities here. We need to get out and about. There's crystal here, and the crystal mine is important because, of course, dragons take crystal. Gold mine here, though, if we can break out through the giants. But there's crystal here, and then a couple more rampart castles up there from what I remember. So we got lots to do. We have lots to do. We can't stick around. We can't wait for these 8 dwarves. We will get them when we get them. Walking Dead, I don't care about. Any other creatures? 10 giants. Oh gosh. Vampire lords, pack of swordsmen. We don't have a strong enough army for people to want to join us, I don't think. Let's see. Basilisks here. Crystal, though. I just really want to save these Pegasi until they're actually ready to join me. And I know there's opportunities this way. And then Clancy can catch up with me if I go this way. That's what we're going to do. I don't love this. I really don't. We're going to go through the basilisks. We're going to make sure that we split this off. These slow dwarves are probably going to go with Clancy in just a moment. But we're going to make this happen as best as we can. With all these spell points, buddy, you're going down. We don't need to actually cast any other spells other than the magic arrows, I think. Basilisks are pretty fast. They're going to get down the battlefield in 2 turns. But I think that we're going to be just fine. I say that, and then we'll see how that goes. Interesting, interesting. Are they going for the first aid tent? I do not know. Let's see how they group up here. This might be a fireball that just appeared to us. Oh, that's not great. Let's see how this fireball still looks. There's 2. Pick your poison. Let's go like this. Oh, it didn't even kill them all. Interesting. Okay. Waiting here. Losing troops there. We're going to defend here because the dwarves are going to move out. Stoned. And the dwarves too. Tell you what, if you're expert first aid, you should be able to cleanse any negative effects with your first aid tent. Wouldn't that make the first aid tent overpowered? Absolutely. Would that make it worth a secondary skill? Absolutely. So, I'm a simple man. I see the opportunity for something beautiful, and I say we should take it. No problems there, and then it doesn't really matter from here where things go. 4 centaurs are going to go down. Okay, we're going to head up and out. Homestead, that makes me feel pretty good. Maybe if we get enough elves, maybe we're going to be fine. 30 gold left. No purchases to make it this time. Let's actually try and get these creatures over. Once again, maybe with dwarves and with these elves. Maybe, just maybe, we can carry on. We're not going to get the Enchanted Spring. I don't care about dwarves at all. So we don't need to make any other purchases here. I think that we recruit wood elves as many as we can. And then I think that we do once again cast the vision spell. Creatures are still in the mood for a fight. Okay. Do I really need sulfur? Not unless I really want to go for Mage Guild levels. And I think that there was crystal up here. I think that that's what I really care about. Medusa stores could be useful. Dendroid guards. Okay. Yeah, I think that we're just going to go for this crystal here. 13 Grand Elves. These creatures are willing to join us. Tremendous. That's what we're going to do. And if they... I don't know, actually, if more show up for the beginning of next week, is that going to hurt us? I don't know. I don't know. Because there's going to be some creature growth. And if all of a sudden it's too many and then they don't want to join us because of the value of the troops, that would feel really bad. I'm going to hope for the best. The group of Grand Elves with a desire for greater glory wish to join you, do you? Except I do. 14 Grand Elves. That's big, actually. That's actually massive. And I feel so much better about fighting all of these other fights. Centaur's Axe. Sure, why not? You see a heavy axe embedded deeply into the ground. After several unsuccessful attempts by your army to remove it, you tightly grip the handle of the axe and effortlessly pull it free. That's +2 to your attack skill. And the crystal, actually, I do want. I do want this crystal. I'm going to come back once I got that bigger army. But this crystal here, I think that I got to get that going so I can get my Silver Pegasi. I got to get this so I can get my dragons later. Crystal is one of those very, very important adventure map objects for Rampart. And it's important to know which adventure map precious resources are important for your faction. Because if you don't, you could potentially set yourself up for massive, massive failure. The Frost Ring does 65. The Fireball does a little bit, well, it does the exact same, but it costs less spell points. We may just cast the Frost Ring here. That'll kill 2 of these Medusa. Is there a better spell? It'll kill 4. Lightning Bolt will kill 1 whole stack. And with the way this is going to shake out, I don't think it matters. Other than saving us spell points, which we do need. Let's cast the Frost Ring twice in the center. And then kill as many of these Medusa as possible. We're going to kill these top ones. Because the Centaurs here are going to have a tougher time getting down the battlefield. We're going to wait on the rest of these. I think that these ones actually had the penalty. And then 1 more. And that should do it. 4 Centaurs. Okay. Plus crystal. Plus crystal. And I will pick up this Helm of Chaos just in case I come across like a magic well or something that can replenish my spell points. Campfire. Should I get the campfire or should I go back and try and resupply? I think that these are the troops I've got and these are the troops I'm going to have for now. I think Clancy needs to get up and potentially give these troops over. If I could have them meet up and him take the dwarves, that's what I would do. Otherwise, I can start to get my blacksmith. I can get that city hall fairly quickly. That was the last prerequisite. Any gold we find has got to go towards that. We're 2,500 gold off. Let's put it over the elves. Let's do 1 more stack of those centaurs. And wherever Gem goes, Clancy is sure to follow. This will be a time that we cast the slow. Immediately, even now, even though one of those vampire lords is across the battlefield, he's just going to be the first to die. Everybody else is just going to wait and defend. Some mix of wait and defend. Here. And here. And this is one of those times where I could probably just hit the auto battler and let it continue from this point. In fact, I should have. No problem. 640 hit points, or 640 experience points, excuse me. Your army is ambushed by a small tribe of wild and none too bright orcs. You fend them off easily, and the survivors flee in all directions. One of the orcs was wearing a polished, horned helm, figuring it will make a good souvenir. You take it. That's going to be +3 to our knowledge. The thing is, with this, is that we do have this +4 over here, but this +4 is not going to come for some time. This artifact basically makes this artifact only a +1 if it's only going to go on Gem. But this +3 on Clancy is going to double his knowledge, and that's going to be super useful. It's going to do more than double it, actually, because he does have the intelligence. So, 1 centaur, sure, fine, why not? Okay, and before we do anything else, we're going to have Clancy take the dwarves. We're going to let Gem go as far as she can here towards these dragonflies, and I don't know if the dragonflies are going to be useful or are going to need those dwarves. Probably not unless they wanted to maybe join us. Again, waiting for the city hall. We're going to do that. Not just yet. We need gold. Gold is needed. Let's make sure that we keep casting this vision spell. Dragonflies. 26 beholders want to join us. We're going to do that. Right? Like, we have to do that. Yeah, absolutely. 26. And now they're going to flee. The dragonflies are going to flee. Do we care about experience? I don't think so. I think that we care about saving troops, and if they're not going to join us, then they should run from us. Truly. So let's do this. Let the dragonflies scatter. Not fight them. And then this is a free town. Oh my word. Absolutely free. It's going to need a tavern. We're going to have plenty of gold, so we might as well get that now because I don't think that we're going to pick up an extra 500 gold here today. Plus here at the windmill, plus here at the Dwarven Cottage. Do I want to recruit dwarves? I don't think so. I really don't. I'm just not interested. And then because of all this, we're going to keep Gem going down the road. Clancy can deal with all this. He can deal with all of this. Mummies, they're going to flee before us. And maybe this will take us back down to this place where this subterranean gate goes. Again, the details are fuzzy, but I feel like there's one more rampart castle out here somewhere. We're going to get how much gold next turn? I think 2,000 gold. So this purchase is out, but this purchase is in. Let's do that. Let's get the dwarves now. We're going to want them at some point. Today, we rode through another small hamlet that had been harvested by a necromancer about a month ago. I buried what was left of the children's bodies. There weren't any adults. They'd all been raised as skeletons, I'm sure. I feel so old and tired and angry and unsettled when I see this type of thing. I don't see how Erathia is going to retain the contested lands if they can't protect their people from this horror. I must stay focused on my quest. I found out very painfully I couldn't single-handedly rid the world of evil. The best I can do is help others help themselves. I gave Mayor Delino gold to help resettle the people near Clovergreen, where the militia can protect them. I gave him the rest of my coin to help support the militia. The militia are all volunteers, but they still need weapons, equipment, and supplies. She's a good soul. Do you get the vibe that she really cares? I sure do. And if we're talking about what it takes to make a likable hero or heroine, I'm a big fan of Gem because I think that she's got it. I see vampires here. I'm going to go right to the crossroads here. Subterranean gate here, subterranean gate here. Oh, and what was downstairs? I don't remember. But I don't have to because these guys are going to run from us. We're going to let them, and then we're going to go for the vampires, and then Clancy can go that way. So that's what we're going to do there. I'm not going to apply this result. I don't think we need to lose a single elf. But I don't want to cast the slow. We're just going to wait. Wait on everybody. We got 3 ranged creatures. We should be fine, shouldn't we? Yeah, I think we should be fine. My centaurs are going to be a little bit too far away, but these guys are going to be too far away as well. Let's attack by priority. Then wait. And defend. And these vampire lords are going to get to go first next time. We can kill most of them. We lose no centaurs, actually, and then the rest of these vampires shouldn't be any problem. Yeah. Okay. We finished that in quick combat. 3 centaurs. That must have been what we lost previously. Must have been. I must just not have noticed that the vampire lords had done so much damage. 14 more centaurs. The hellhounds. I need to split up my army here. I really do. But then again, I also am thinking to myself, if I can get enemies to join me, then I'm feeling even better. I think the Clancy can do more. Let's get into this subterranean gate. No, there's one more. There's one more rampart town to take. That's what we're going to do. As we pick up our city hall here. From here on out, we're not going to worry about the capital for a moment. We're going to try and get all of our creature tiers. We are probably even going to trade for the crystal necessary to get our enchanted spring. And then we're going to look to get unicorns maybe in the next week. And then Green Falls and Leaf Hall, those can get upgraded. In fact, Leaf Hall is interesting because you have to return the vampire's cowl to the town of Leaf Hall to win the scenario. So you don't actually even start with that main objective there, but there it is. So, okay. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. We don't need to get the marketplace just yet, should we? Sure. If we're talking about trading resources anyway, it'll be worth our time. And then let's actually split up our Grand Elves like this, so that way we can deal with more wraiths without losing more spell points. Yeah, only 1 centaur goes down, but our spell points will go from 25 down to something crazy if we let this go. So let's just not accept these results. Ooh, it's one big stack. We can probably kill this whole one big stack. They're going to get their drain off anyway. Let's just let them. And then now we attack where we have to. Oh yeah, that'll do. Perfect. So no spells cast, but we still have the only 23 magic points left. Centaurs, dwarves, good, good. Tavern, we gotta get the tavern. And then town hall here. And nothing in our main town. Definitely know that we can defeat these enemies here. I think you actually probably want to... How do we want to do this? With 15 centaurs and 11 dwarves, you got 37 spell points. And Clancy does not have nearly so many spells, nor does he have ranged troops. He's going to have... what? 1 slow and then 32 magic points, so 8 magic arrows. We're gonna win, but it's not looking nearly as good as I would have hoped, and I don't see any other green tent. I don't see any other way of rejuvenating our magic points. So anyway, maybe I just accept these losses a little bit. Maybe I try and just save the spell points and not cast the slow so I can fight some future fights. 25, that's gonna be 100 damage needed. No, I think you cast the slow. I think you do yourself the favor. And it is a favor to yourself. You're gonna keep some more of these troops. Do I really care about the dwarves? No, but again, they can be useful just in the interest of trying to get troops to join me. So let's just magic arrow a couple of these biggest stacks here. Wait and wait. And one more to the Cerberi. And then just wait here. Yeah, and I'll use this opportunity to bounce with my troops here. In fact, I'll even attack here, knowing I can get out and about. I can even do that. And attack twice. Wow, good morale. Does Clancy pick up some good bit of morale? I think he must have. We're gonna let the dwarves actually take this next barrage. I feel like that was an opportunity that I could have fought the fight quicker and better, but yeah, it worked anyway. We kept the 20 spell points anyway. That's still gonna be useful, but I feel less confident. Is that another, what's that? Is that another homestead? I think that's actually another homestead. I think that we need to get that post haste. But I feel pretty good about Clancy still clearing out some of these things. We're going to need another hero very soon, actually. Why is that? There's too much stuff to pick up. We can't possibly keep up with everything here. I'm going to ignore this. I'm going to ignore that. That's free gold if you can get it. If you can get another hero there. Lots of wraiths. I think that this is going to take us to here. And then that should be able to take us to here. Is this the correct decision? Is there anything up here? Probably. I'm going to go through the wraiths. Sure, why not? Do I accept? Yeah, I will accept 22 wraiths. My word. This army has no good morale. But we are a ragtag bunch of hooligans. And for that, you should absolutely want to join us. Like these guys, they should want to join us. The Medusa, now we're going to fight them. I wish that I had split my army up a little bit better. These losses are acceptable, especially the wraiths. Don't mind losing the wraiths because I just don't love having undead in my army. And the centaurs are just kind of meh. Otherwise, let's have Clancy go first because again, I think that there is this homestead right here. There's a homestead here. And that's 2 homesteads. If I can get up to elves in these other towns, we're going to be golden. These sawmills and these ore mines are actually really important. More important than I originally thought. Let's do visions one more time, just to see. Are you ready to join us? No. These creatures are, though. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I feel vindicated immediately. A group of silver Pegasi want to join me. Do I take them? Absolutely. +1 to the crystal. Oh, now they're going to flee. I think that this means that no matter what, these creatures are never going to join you. I think that that tells me that it's now time to attack these silver Pegasi and then go back. I don't think so, unless you're going to break into the center. Unless you're going to go through giants and claim whatever rewards are out here. I think that Clancy should be able to deal with all this. I think that we get the gem pond. I think we go back home. And then I think we go through giants. Cavaliers are easier, but I think I remember that there was more out that direction. We could probably even take the Naga Bank at this point. Do we get another hero right now? If we're going to get a hero in the next 3 days, we should get a hero now. It'll cost us, but we should do that. Town Hall is 2,500 gold. Let's get our gold generation up. Let's get one more hero. Should the hero go here or somewhere else? We've already got these elves. We still need these dwarves. And there is this water wheel here. This monolith two-way is a little bit scary, by the way, just in case you were unaware. Why? Because I don't like the unknown. The unknown scares me. I prefer to know what's out there. Is it worth it to get a hero just to send them here to this water wheel immediately? Yeah, I think so. So, whoa! Folks, let me tell you about my favorite hero in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This gentleman right here. You know why he's one of my favorites? He's got logistics. Phixfox, is it that good? Oh, no. I messed up. He doesn't just have logistics. He has the speciality of logistics. This gentleman is not the worst main hero you could ever have, and he's probably the best second or third hero you could ever want, because he's going to run in circles, and he's going to go so far, he's going to go so fast, and I can't tell you how much I love this individual. I don't know how to say his name though. Kyrie? I'm going to call him Kyrie from here on out. His new name is Kyrie. And that's going to annoy so many people, and I'm so sorry, except you can tell me how to really say it in the comments. For now, his name is Kyrie. Okay, we are not going to go through this monolith one way. Why is that? I don't know what's on the other side. He could die immediately. That'd be bad. We are going to... I want to wait here at the water wheel. We'll have time to come back, though. Let's flag everything we need to flag, and then we'll go from there. So we do have an extra 1,000 gold. That is a blacksmith. That's going to get us closer to this city hall. Let's do that. Let's just focus on the economy. We've got the troops. The whole reason why you sometimes get troops early is so you can actually clear out the map and you can move forward. I think that we have picked up enough troops here with Gem, with these 14 Grand Elves, with these 26 Beholders, with these 20 Wraiths. Even though our morale sucks, minus the Crest of Valor, I think that we can actually take these giants, and that'd be the reason why you get troops anyway. So now we have the best of both worlds. We have a great economy, and we got troops that we can actually go out and do stuff with. Heck, we can even use these troops and probably take out this Naga Bank. Is it my favorite thing to do? Probably not. Is it a good idea? Meh, who knows? But we're gonna do it. Silver Pegasi want to run. Do we let them run? We do not engage them. We will take our gems and go. But we are gonna go, and we're gonna go very far, and we're gonna go very fast. I don't think that Clancy even needs to leave. He's going to pick up these elves next turn, and then he's going to set off probably for these hellhounds. Maybe we clear like this? No, because you're right here. You're going to clear this and this. Do I want to recruit dwarves? No. I just don't use dwarves. Maybe next week when I have more gold, but right now my gold is still being used for stuff. Gotta have a citadel. 8 elves up to... or 5 elves up to 8 anyway. Mage Guild, we're short on that. Marketplace, that's forward momentum. Fine. We will pick up dwarves with what is left. And it was actually a lot of it. I'm going to go down here just so I can see what this witch's hut is. Maybe it's good. Scholar. Yeah, glad I didn't click on that. That would have been bad. And then we wait. And we're still very happy because this is month 1, week 3, day 1. And I feel like we've, in that time, gotten good forward momentum. Our economy right now, 5,000 gold per day. We're still missing sulfur and mercury. I know where those are at though. And we still have so many opportunities, so many options available to us. I think we're going to be fine. This is still concerning, but I'm still okay. We're fine. Non-negotiable, must pick up the elves. Might as well pick up this. And then we might as well clear in this kind of circle. Do I get the dwarves or not? No. Yes. And then blacksmith here. Still focusing heavily on that economy. And hopefully we're able to just barely get back. No, we were just barely shy. So sad. We're going to take a little bit of time, then we're going to go get the centaurs. We're 14 there. Maybe now the Pegasi actually want to join us. Nope, they're going to flee. I think that means that they will always flee. And then the Walking Dead. 1,000 experience just doesn't matter. Beholders? Evil Eyes? No, they're going to run. Pack of Giants. They're too far away to tell. Let's take out these Pegasi, and then I think we might have enough movement points to go there and back. It's a possibility anyway. I think we purchased what we need to purchase. Let's get 5 dwarves. And then Clancy must go in this direction. We might have him circle back to get these dendroids in short order. Actually, maybe they're going to want to join us. Now that we've got a big enough army. Maybe. We will see. Okay. So, here. Do I want to engage them? No. I can get back right now. Will I be able to get back if I go just a little bit further? Maybe not. Nearly 1,300 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Call it 6, 7. Call it 8. And then by road. I think we can do this actually. It's going to be close though. Nope. My math is so bad. And what gets me is the diagonals versus the straightaways and then trying to calculate the roads. That's what got me there. So I'm officially much slower than I wanted to be. Here we are. You enter a rickety hut and talk to the magician who lives there. He tells you of places near and far which may aid you in your journeys. Oh. Oh, wait. No, hold on. Prison. Tarek. That's where we got to go. Dragon Utopia? Yeah, at that point, I don't think you care. Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment. Oh. And actually, this Library of Enlightenment is good because it's going to stick with you for a couple of turns. Huh. Interesting. Green Border Guard, Quest Guard. Oh, I remember this. I remember this Quest Guard. You have to go through the Quest Guard. And the Quest Guard is something, it's dragons. You got to bring bone dragons or ghost dragons. So you can't just run in, get the hero, and then get out. You've got to build up a certain amount of dragons. Very important to note. That's something I remember. It's something I know. So we're going to need to remember that. Don't mess that up. Don't mess that up. Extra 1,000 gold. And then I'm actually going to clear in this general direction. Dwarfs. Whoa, Chaos Hydras. I think that spell scroll is actually like a town portal. I think. And so we're going to take a look at getting that. I know I had said that we were going to avoid the capital. We're trending so hard into our economy right now anyway. I'm wondering if it's not the better decision. I'm really wondering. At this point, it's worth it to trade a couple of these extra resources just to get up to the 20 or the 2,000 gold necessary to get the Mage Guild so we can keep things moving along. Day 2. Day 2. A surprise turn in the landscape finds you in the midst of a grisly scene. Vultures picking at the aftermath of a terrible battle. Your cursory search of the remains turns up an enchanted hourglass, so this will negate all luck bonuses for you and your friends. You and your enemies. I think we're going to leave this off for now. We might pick up a fairy ring and then forget. So, I think that we're going to fight this Naga Bank. I do. And really the reason why is because I think that it's going to be very useful for us at the cost of some of these troops that we don't really need. Because it's going to help us with the economy and then get more troops. Day 3, I still want to get everything. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. As you can tell, can't. Or can I? Let's just get this imp cash, because these aren't creature banks. These are just money banks. These actually are going to be pretty useful for us. And, I mean, this isn't going to be a tough fight, but this is going to be 1,000 gold, 500 gold, something like that. We're going to peel all these troops back. I don't think we need to lose anybody here. Nobody at all. Well, we're going to lose probably one centaur. Unless these imps go right for the dwarves. But not likely. See you, friend. And then we're just going to try and keep everybody in front of us. Okay. I will cast the one magic arrow. Just to keep these guys alive. Oh my gosh, I boxed myself in. Like a genius. So we're just going to box these guys in. Cost ourselves one more of these. Of all the gin joints in the world, it was mine you had to walk into. I didn't realize you were going to get the free resources, actually. The 2 mercury? Yeah, sure. I'm for it. I'm all for it. The subterranean gate, I know that there's stuff down there. I don't know what, though. And I'm going to take the stuff I do know for the stuff I don't know. We're going to clear that out later. This fight, I don't love. But, again, we have the troops. We should use the troops. 15 is so many. Oh, my goodness. Oof. Okay. Is the slow going to be worth it here? Is the slow? I mean, okay, it depends. Is it going to drop me down? Is it round down or round up? Is this going to drop them down to 3 speed or 2 speed? That's kind of a big deal. What's really going to mean is that these Nagas on the back end, they're not going to give us nearly so much grief. We're going to have to deal with these guys anyway. But then we can just focus down all of our ranged creatures on these Naga. Is my shift button stuck? My shift button was stuck. That was crazy. I think that we are going to cast the mass slow. It makes a lot of sense. It really does. So we're going to do that. I'm going to wait on these Silver Pegasi because I don't know what they're going to do. Everybody else is going to really pile on the damage right here. And by the way, it was 5 speed down to 2 speed. It means it was the best decision I could have made. I'm very happy for it. I don't feel bad at all. We're going to do 109 to 183 damage. We're going to kill all these right here. We're going to wait. And then the next biggest threat is probably going to be... Let's try and step 7 speed, 5 speed. Let's actually step up in this direction because these elves can move really fast in this direction. These beholders cannot move nearly so fast going in this left direction. So that's what we're going to do there. Don't mind if I lose a couple of these wraiths from one Naga. We don't even lose one. Good here. Good here. I'm not going to risk that loss here. Let's wait. Attacking in this direction. Oh, you're whole. We're still going to wait and wait. These elves need to run. And then next turn, it's these elves' turn to run, so everybody else just needs to defend for 1 turn. Bad morale, not to be unexpected. Now when you have the undead in the group, and 3 troops of different alignments, let's just wait. See how this shakes out. Here. Here. And here. Okay. So with a little bit of, shuffling things around and with the speed advantage, we're able to pull this off with no losses. In fact, rather than getting touched just a little bit, we were pretty much fine. I talked in the previous scenario about air magic. Why would I not take air magic when I already had the expert earth magic? And the point I made was this. Well, I've already got all these great earth magic spells. What's the likelihood I'm going to cast a great air magic spell when I have all these other spells that are so good? And the reason why we took the air magic is this: flexibility. The flexibility of having the right perfect spell for the right perfect moment is critical. It's crucial. For example, the expert slow is not always going to be the spell you want. Sometimes you're going to want the expert air for the mass haste, right? Okay. Water magic though? Does water magic afford you much else? Do you get diminishing returns from having all 4 schools of magic? And I think you do. I think you definitely want at least 2. And of the 4 schools of magic, you definitely want earth and you definitely want air. But after that, I don't think that fire and then water magic really stack up. I don't think it really matters that much. What are you going to get from the basic water magic? Prayer and Bless. 2 terrific spells. Great spells. Don't get me wrong. Fantastic. Clone. I think Clone is a water spell. Forgetfulness, Mass, or Advanced. I think you get the Mass, Forgetfulness, and Advanced. But again, we've already got some pretty good ways of dealing with the enemy right now. I think I'm going to opt not to take basic water magic. I'm going to hope for something like Tactics. I'm going to hope for something like Leadership. I'm going to hope for something like Logistics. And I want Jem to kind of, she already does magic really well. Let's try and get something else. Let's pick up the Expert Armor and go from there. 6,000 gold and the 12 gems. That's unicorns, and that's, you know, I mean, that's my capital right there if I can get it. So it's day 3. We need 1 wood. We're going to trade for 1 wood. We're going to get the castle today, and then we're going to get the capital tomorrow. We're going to do this, this, and I just need to make sure that I have at the end of today 4,000 gold. That's all I got to do. Just make sure you have 4,000 gold. Okay, this town is fully upgraded minus these forts. This town still needs the city hall. This is going to give me 3,000 gold remaining. I could potentially trade, and there could potentially be some other resources out there. It's really good I traded for that 1 wood. Very glad that I did that. Okay. There's more elves. There are more elves. Gotta get them. We must get the elves. We're going to get them immediately. And that's going to limit me in some other ways. It means that the city hall is going to have to wait a little bit longer. That's okay. That's just fine. I don't worry about that so much. I really hoped I'd have enough movement points to get back here. Looks like I don't. Is there... Wait. Magic well? Magic well? Can I cast? View Earth, and will it show me magic wells? I don't know. Yeah, I can check over here though. It does. No, it doesn't show me for sure. I already have this area revealed unto me, and so I don't think it'll show me if there is a magic well that can refill my spell points or not. I think we set off anyway. I do. I think we set off anyway. I think that we say, look, we're going to pick up our plus morale because our morale sucks right now. And I think that we're going to continue on. We're going to wait again because we got to have the gold for the capital. Oh, that's interesting. Is the enemy supposed to do that? Tamika. We see for the first time the red necromancy player. Looks like it is Tamika. He's got a pretty ragtag army. Those lizardmen, those could be useful. He's probably doing like us and just picking up troops where he can. Why he did not pick up the Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm a little bit interested in that. We are going to make sure that it's going to be the hero with the extra movement. He's going to move all this over here. Oh my gosh. Hotkeys that are not hotkeys will be the end of me. And then we're going to have Clancy defeat the Hellhounds and go from there. Because Ore, it looks like, has been pretty darn useful, and I think it's going to stay useful. Don't think we need the slow. We're going to slow. It's going to be 5 spell points, and then we're not going to need to cast any other spell. So, we're going to do that. Everybody else is just going to go into a purely defensive position, and for the first time in a while, I don't have to actually worry about losing my first aid tent. Hey, that's pretty good. I do think that that's actually a fun change to the first aid tent, by the way. If you could actually eliminate any kind of negative spell, that would actually make expert first aid pretty darn useful. Broken? Yes, I do agree, but pretty good. Pretty good. That's it. We don't need to do anything else here. Okay. Good. And hey, that's just what Heroes of Might and Magic 3 needs more than anything else, is just more brokenness. That might have been a bad decision, by the way, if the enemy was right here. Black Market, that's useful. Oh, and Crystal and Sulfur. Yeah, there's stuff here. I think that this sash is probably guarded because the other artifacts that were over here were guarded. And so we're not going to pick that up for now. And we're going to keep a good close eye on this fight here. These creatures all want to either fight us or join us. 12 giants. 12 giants. You've got 17 spell points. Bro, what are you thinking? No. Absolutely not. Not with 12 spell points. We're going to stay here overnight. We're going to get our capital. And then tomorrow, we're going to pick up our Grand Elves. We're going to turn these 21 elves into Grand Elves. Then we're going to go. We're going to have a real good time. Real smashing time. So, 2,600. Still too far here. I say still too far as if I didn't just spend all my gold. And then I'm like, oh, how'd that happen? Apparently, I made an impression on the Dacian border guards. My elven scouts report the nearest border lord seems to be raising an army to challenge our presence near the border. They suspect a vampire scout spotted us when we moved into the area of the contested lands. I mean, yeah, probably. Okay, might as well pick up these freebies while we can. I really want to go to this black market. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a vampire's cowl right here and we just said, oh, well, I'll be darned. I think it's possible. I really think it's possible. Maybe. I don't think the Heroes 3 editor can actually prevent that from showing up in a black market. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. These equestrian gloves are actually spiffing. That's actually super good. I don't care about the lumber. I do care about the Torso of the Legion for an extra 3 elves a week. I care about that. I care about the bow of the cherrywood. Yeah, I really care about these equestrian gloves. That's a good pickup. Just not right now, I think. I think just not right now. Okay, griffins actually take you down to here. That's good to know. Huh. So, we're going to come back, but we'll come back later. We'll just keep that in our mind that that's there. I'm guessing that, again, still Eye of the Quiet Dragon, +1 to attack, +1 to defense. I think that's going to be guarded as well. We'll try. It's not going to be like rogues popping out of a bush and attacking us and killing us, so who cares? Mummies, again, I don't think the experience is going to be hard to come by later. Let's just not lose the troops. +2 wood per day, and we've officially cleared pretty much our entire area here. We are officially solid. We are good to go. We just need to step on it and move forward. So it's day 5. It's going to be day 6 and day 7 after we get the homestead. That's going to be Pegasi and Dendroids, and we'll get the Unicorn Glade next turn, and maybe we can get the Dragon Cliffs the week after that, because we got the crystal. We're going to need a little bit more ore. But let's get the homestead now. We're going to upgrade all of our elves, because they're going to be useful against the giants. 55 Grand Elves. I think we're not going to take the Wraiths. I think that the morale penalty is just too great. We're going to keep the Beholders. They can take some attention down to the bottom of the field. And then do we take Centaurs? 4,000 gold left. What are the purchases? Darn it. I wish I had 5,000 gold so I could finally upgrade. Where is it? Leaf Hall to a City Hall. I'm 1,000 gold away. I don't think that you're very likely. I don't think that we're very likely to get gold here. Get down the road, defeat the giants, and then find gold. I think that we might as well take the Centaurs while we can. That's just going to be another thing that has to wait. I feel so bad about it, but I think that that's just the reality of the situation. Everything else is good to go. This fight is going to be tough, but totally winnable. Hey, look at that. 2 Titans, actually. Huh. I don't think that 2 Titans would have been there if we attacked them last week. I do not. So, with 300 hit points here versus the 150 hit points here, that actually represents a huge boost to the enemy. And amazing that we didn't actually lose any Grand Elves. Probably because the AI says, let's focus on these Titans. And I think that that is a good decision. By the way, precision now increases the ranged attack damage of all friendly units. I can see there's being some serious value in that. I think that the shield could be super good. If you attack with the Silver Pegasi, you're going to take damage from the Titans and these giants, no doubt. And we don't have any damaging spell that's going to hurt the Titans. The Titans are going to go next. Unless I haste. Oh gosh. Increases the speed. I forget. And this is a time where it really, really matters. Is it going to take me from 8 to 10 and then from 8 to 12? Or from 10 to 12? Do my Grand Elves get to go if I cast the haste right now? Before the Titans. If so, I cast haste. Or you just cast slow and then your elves get to go first anyway. Well, that was easy. Okay. And then with 3 movements, yeah, I still don't actually want to put myself in harm's way. We're just going to wait here. Let our ranged creatures do a lot of damage. We're going to kill one Titan in just 1 second. I'm mad. The Beholders are letting me down with their 5 speed. Okay. No problem. No problem. I just had a plan, that's all. Actually, and the Silver Pegasi are going to jump out, do their 51 to 91 damage. Yes, because then I can just cast the 1 spell on the Titans. 78 damage, cast the Lightning Bolt for 200 points of damage, and then back off. And then my elves can wait 1 more turn, and we can just do full damage to these giants. Yeah, that seems okay. Seems okay. Might as well attack the guy that's closest to you. And then I'm gonna just use the centaurs here for bait. This one centaur's gonna come on up here in just 1 second. I think the elves are going to acquit themselves quite nicely, actually. So everybody else just needs to wait. But yeah, giants do actually look much more terrifying here in Heroes 3 than they did in Heroes 2. Okay, so 4 Grand Elves and the 1 Silver Pegasi. Meh. Yeah, it worked. It worked. Wasn't ideal, but it worked. So we'll apply those results. And then I think that if I'm the enemy... Oh, pack of Silver Pegasi? Do you want to join me? Aw. Then I think the enemy, all these other enemies, they just want to run. They're going to see that and say, whoa, buddy, you are too scary for me. I think that we already did pick up gems. We do have 1 gem mine. We just need the sulfur and the mercury. Where's sulfur? Here. Clancy's got to go back, actually, and get sulfur and then mercury. Okay. I think that we will clear this out. And I don't think the gem is actually going to stop to pick things up. I think that another hero needs to follow her right now. Do I need the +1 from the breastplate of petrified wood? The answer is no. Do I have the gold to follow up with another hero? The answer is no. But I'm gonna spend the time, I'm gonna spend the gold right now. What a great hero, by the way. Jenova with the speciality of the +350 gold per day. Great hero. Tremendous hero. Always happy to see her. Pick up this Enchanted Spring per our previous plan. She's again gonna head down. I think that once Gem gets out of the way, we can do this even better. We can do better than that. It's gonna take just a little bit of time. And we wait. Because the right thing at the wrong time is still the wrong thing. That's one of those things that, like, I'm not here to give you life advice, because if YouTube analytics are any indication, about 95% of my audience, about 95% of the people that spend any amount of time watching these videos are aged 30 to 50, right? So I don't need to give you guys any advice. We're all here in the same boat together. And yet I think that that's one of those things that is just kind of interesting to me. This idea of, well, the right thing at the wrong time still is the wrong thing. Pit Lords want to run. They're really easy experience. I can use a little bit of experience. Just gotta keep the Pegasi back. How did that happen? I don't care. Whatever. I'll pick up the 1,000 gold before I do anything else. I do need the Sulfur Dune. I just wanted the gold more than anything. Swordsmen, I'll fight them as well. 22 swordsmen, something like that. By the way, I do want to know what your favorite creature is in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I think that my personal favorite creature in general oof, that sucks, is like in Heroes Might and Magic 2 for sure, is the Ogre and the Ogre Lord. And it's less because of the way they look and more because of like the role that they fill in their faction. Because they are these perfect barbarian troops. They're lumbering, they're huge, they're beefy, they are great in every way. Oh, boots of speed, gotta get that. Yeah. And they're just so fantastic. Heroes 3, it might actually be those Crusaders. Crusaders might be my favorite unit in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. They just look so cool, they move so far, they always surprise me, they do great damage. They're just maybe one of my favorite creatures. Then again, there's just so many good ones to choose. I'd love to hear your thoughts as far as what is your favorite creature in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Because I think that there's a lot of room for valid opinions. Many, many, many valid opinions. Okay, we're finally going to get Leaf Hall tomorrow. We got to get wood, though. As you can see, we're finally up to 19 wood. We're about to get a fort in one of these towns here. We're not going to wait. We're going to trade for the wood necessary to get that. There's no time. We shouldn't wait. We really need to kind of hurry up. So, first thing I see is Tamika. 7 attack, 12 defense, 7 power, 7 knowledge. Pretty tough hero. Our heroes are going to be tougher, I think. Interesting that this is his toughest hero. That's really your toughest hero? Really? Kingdom Army Strength, you're tougher. You've got to have better heroes somewhere else then. Better income. You've got to have more castles than me. Let's see. Number of towns. You got more towns, which is weird because I got 2. And then as far as castles go, does it tell me? See, because towns aren't castles. I think of towns as the unupgraded version, and then castles as being more. But I guess that just means overall you have more places where you can build a fort and have a dwelling. Maybe that's just more information in Heroes 2 that you just don't get here because it's too powerful. But otherwise, yeah, it looks like you're ahead of me in every which way, except for hero power, and that's okay. I am probably a little bit in trouble. I don't want to say in trouble, but this is a little bit dangerous for me to be out here so far by myself. I probably shouldn't be out here this far by myself. I should probably be letting other heroes do the exploring for me. But Gem, I still think is pretty tough. Let me just take out this Archmagi, and then I'll get the rally flag on the way back, get the Medusa, and then I'll head back and I'll do some resupply and stuff. Never mind, I feel a lot better about that. 1 Pegasi I think is actually pretty reasonable. These wyverns, I think that they are probably going to stay. They're going to be a pretty good deterrent. Then again, if the enemy is going to come for me, they're going to come for me anyway, regardless of whether those guys are there or not. I don't know. Tough to say. I just need the resources, including this sulfur here. Speaking of which, not going to apply this. We're going to cast the 1 slow. Oh. Why are they going for the bottom? I don't understand that. What value do these 1 centaurs have when there's 21 wood elves? I ask you. Everybody's just going to go up. I don't care if the dwarves take any hits whatsoever. And then here. Here. No other spells are necessary, I don't believe. Okay. And here. And now it looks like they're going for the big stack of 52. Yeah, I don't get it. Sometimes things just don't make sense to me. They just don't. I think I can kill at least 3. I can kill the whole stack, never mind. But that is at least 3, if my math is correct. I think so. Battle's over. No troops lost. Sulfur. Is there another gold mine here? There's another gold mine here. So good. And there's actually this magic well. I needed to go to the magic well anyway. This is going to help me clear out all of this. You need to get upstairs. Not there. That's bad. Because there's griffins on that side. You will die immediately. We need to go back this direction, pick up the 1,000 gold from the water wheel, and then with our logistics speciality, we need to cover this entire map in the back line. We need to make sure we get everything because there's so much to get. this is one of those times where the logistics matter so much. You can get 7 dwarves a week. Let's see, 7 dwarves, 7 elves, 14 centaurs. Call it 14 elves total, 28 centaurs total. Let's call it 21 elves, 14 dwarves, and then 42 centaurs. So you can get 42 centaurs, what did I say, 14 dwarves and 21 elves? Yeah, you better be getting around this map and you better be taking advantage of all those troops because you're way too long to get this fort and it kind of feels bad. Did I finally pick up the city hall? I did never pick up the city hall. We're gonna do this now, this here. We're gonna trade for the 1 wood because we really just need to get a fort here finally. And that'll help with these additional dwarves and centaurs anyway. It'll increase our base growth. Okay. So this is month 1, week 4, day 1. How fast are we going? Are we going fast enough? Are we doing enough? I don't really know. I'll pick up this tree later. I don't really know. I really don't. I think that the longer that these maps tend to go, the worse you're going to do. I think that it's important to rush the enemy. The problem is I don't remember these scenarios well enough to rush the enemy. I really don't. And that puts me in a really tough situation because I want to be active, I want to be aggressive, but I don't think I can do so safely, especially if I don't know what I'm walking into. So this is not a comfortable feeling because I know that there's a lot of the unknown out there. And I'm very, very worried about that feeling that I think that anybody who's played Heroes of Might and Magic has felt before. And that is this feeling. You get way deep into a scenario, and then you realize, dude, I lost this scenario 2 months ago. 40 turns ago or more, I lost this scenario, and I'm only just figuring that out now. That's a bad feeling. And that does happen. The widow of a former captain of the guard admires your quest and gives you the enchanted sword that her husband relied on during his tour of duty. That is a +3 to your attack. Again, marginally better than your centaur's axe, but this and this Helm of Chaos, I mean, those can go over to Clancy, no problem, and he's going to make great use of those. Let's make sure any other splits. No, I think this is fine. Yeah, this should be just fine. For 1,000 gold, it's going to be very, very worth the losses. I didn't actually pick up the extra spell points yet. That's okay. I think 135 points of damage here now. Just dropping a house on your head is going to do pretty good for me. And once again, I forgot to wait. And so now we're going to take full damage from these 6 monks. Yeah, pretty bad. Definitely not how it's done. Okay. Yeah, 12 centaurs, not good. Not good. In fact, that was worse than the AI fought it. Because the right thing at the wrong time is still the wrong thing. Okay. Yeah, no, I do not feel vindicated by the fact that I screwed that up. And proved myself right. Trust me, I take no satisfaction in what just transpired. Please believe me. Okay. Until the enemy comes through these wyverns, I'm going to assume that this is fine until this one-way exit gets stomped on. I don't know. Maybe they could be here today, tomorrow. It's tough. I don't really know what to expect out of this anymore. I know I once knew. By the end of this week, we need to focus. Do you get dragons or do you get other troops? I think you get dragons. I think you wish you had dragons already, and you're sad that you don't. And you know that you've got wood that you need, and because you don't have wood, you're very, very sad. We can only get plus crystal per day. I don't think the crystal is going to be a problem. Is crystal going to be a problem? Should we invest in the resource silo? Yeah, we're going to invest in the resource silo, actually. We're going to do that in 2 different places. I'm even going to spend a little crystal to get a little crystal. Good, bad. Sometimes I feel like what do you call them? The resource silos, I feel like they are just kind of like a win more type of item. If you get them, chances are is that you're going to have already won. And if you're not already winning, you probably have other things you need to buy. And I still feel that exact way right now, even though I just did that. But still, I did it. I think that I could see trying to get dragons in multiple castles and saying, wow, if I had gotten 2 additional crystal per day 20 turns ago, I would have dragons where right now I don't. I could see that happening. It depends on how long the scenario goes. A gang of rogues is sifting through the possessions of dead warriors, scaring off scavengers. You notice the rogues had overlooked a strange breastplate. That's +1 to our power. And I'm actually thinking the mad wizard who has been terrorizing the region has foolishly chosen you as his target today. Realizing that his power comes from his crown, you take aim with your bow, knocking the crown from his head and releasing him from his crazed madness. Grateful to be free, he lets you keep the crown. I forgot where I was going with that. I got busy talking. I don't know. I don't know how long these scenarios are supposed to go. And that's a little bit concerning. I think that's fair to say that there are different reasons to play Heroes of Might and Magic. Reason number 1. You enjoy the ambiance. Listen to the music right now. Listen to the adventure map objects that we click on. It's a beautiful game for the senses to enjoy. Look at the color palette. You know, look at the way, I mean, you know, the sparkle on the gems and the this and the that. That's absolutely a good reason to play. Tactics is a great reason to play. I'm never going to be sad if somebody says I love the strategic gameplay in Heroes of Might and Magic and that's what draws me in. I think you're right. I really do. There's the community. After 20 years, Heroes of Might and Magic has still got a very strong following. I don't think that that's just a weird thing that happened that, oh, we were bewitched by some spell and we fell in love with this game that's not very good. I think it's reasonable to say that there's a reason why. It's a good game. Pretty much always has been, pretty much always will be, I think. But if you're watching me because you want the tactics, I think that we're going to potentially have to understand that I don't think I'm bad. But with all humility, I can say that there's definitely going to be people better than me. There's always going to be people better than me. Back in caveman days, when your tribe was 50 people or whatever it was, you were the Michael Jordan at something, right? In your little tribe of people, you were the Michael Jordan at something. I miss these boots, by the way. We got to go get these. And I mean, what do I mean by that? I mean that you were the best at making baskets, or you were the best at finding water, or you were the best at hunting, or something. Because your tribe was so small, you were the best at something. And in today's modern era, you don't have that anymore because it's more of a global community. You'll see people who are devoting so much of their time to be so very, very good. And while it's easy to look at some people who play games and do strategy, and you say, psh, yeah, they're just sweaty, and yeah, they, you know, go touch grass. The truth is that, hey, they took some real time to invest and get good at this thing. And that's why they're worth watching. You know, it is impressive to see people play very, very well. And why I bring this up is that they're the Michael Jordan at this, right? They are the very best at this skill. And with so many people in the world, it can feel tough to find your niche. It can feel tough to find that thing that you are the best at. It's for those reasons that I have to remember why I do this, by the way. I'm spending a lot of time on this channel. I'm spending a lot of time, you know, putting out videos and trying to do new things and interesting things, things that interest me. And I have to remember why, you know. If the answer for why I'm spending all this time is because I want to be a big YouTuber, first off, you're going to find major disappointment. I have no aspirations to be the world's biggest YouTuber. I really don't. And I didn't when I started either. My aspirations when I first started this were to make something for my kids that they could enjoy and that they could have with them and take with them just in case something ever happens, and something of a record, you know, something that if we want to know who this guy is in the future, hey, this is who he was, and you could hear his thoughts, and this is the way that he acted, and that was him. And I really, really hope that that's what comes through for people, is that this is not me trying to be impressive and be the best at Heroes of Might and Magic. This is me enjoying myself, expressing myself, playing the game, and my pride gets in the way. Because here I am saying I'm trying not to be the best, and yet I've noticed that since I switched from Heroes 2 to Heroes 3, that I've spent more time trying to study the game. I've spent more time trying to be better at the game. Not because of enjoyment, but because I didn't want to appear foolish in front of people that have been playing the game nonstop for the last 20 years. Am I bad at it? No. Are there people who are better than me? Yeah, I am not the Michael Jordan of Heroes of Might and Magic. But I still do it. Even if everybody left tomorrow, I think at this point I still have a job to do, and that job is to get the record complete and finish things up. Make sure it's complete. I wasn't sure if I would actually move over to Heroes 3 or not for the longest time, because I said, look, I'm just here to do Heroes 2, and then I'm probably going to stop. And at this point I'm saying, well, what if we go just a little bit further? What if we do just a little bit more? What if we just put ourselves out there and I mean, you enjoy this, right? Well, yeah, of course I enjoy this. Yeah, so why don't you keep going? Hard for me to ignore that. Or hard for me to ignore what could be if I just keep on going. And so long as I enjoy it, what's the harm? We have to get this Dragon Cliff today, by the way. We're going to. We're going to spend the gems. I think we got plenty of gems. For one or Dragon Cliffs. Beautiful. I'd love to upgrade all these troops here the gem's going to take with her. I think that she doesn't need to. I think that we just pick up the elves. I think we just pick up the centaurs. Oh, and we'll take the green dragons because they're pretty fast. Okay, no, and we're going to take half of the Pegasi, not all of them, but just half. And that way we have some additional gold for some other projects that might come up on these other towns. And then we're going to go in this other direction. Rather than go through the wyverns on the other side, we're going to go this way. Now let's make sure we don't have any dwarves here. And then let's make sure that our splits are correct. Yeah, 2 silver Pegasi stacks. That looks great to me, actually. And let's actually do this one single stack of centaurs down at the very bottom. Yeah, let's do this like this. Should have done that for the +1. Power skill. Yeah, that's not better than the wonder armor. Let's go this direction. We could have gone this way. We could have. I feel like this is probably the better way to go. Whoa, that was close. Whoa, that was close. Oh my gosh. Good thing I checked. That almost was disaster. Goodness gracious. Yeah, gems, gold mine. Yeah, there's stuff to do here. And I think that actually in here is a very key area. So we're going to head this way. Clear out and go. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. So Gem, not Jenova, but Gem is going to go here. Whoa. Wrong hotkey. It says we're going to take some losses. I don't actually think that we are. We're just too strong. We're just too powerful. I will cast the slow, though. I don't think it's necessary, but we'll do it. Just to prevent any good morale from coming through and hurting our hearts. At some point very soon, I think these beholders are actually going to be outliving their usefulness. I don't imply that we're going to take them out back and shoot them, by the way, which I know that that's generally what that means. Like, hey boss, you want me to take care of this guy? And we all kind of know what that means. Yeah, that's not what I mean here. But they will outlive their usefulness as far as they will expire in their usefulness in this army. How about that? That sounds better. It does. Why am I still fighting this fight? I feel like I need to just hit wait and wait and wait. Okay. Sweet. And then we don't actually need to do much except attack and then go. And that'll give us some time for our other heroes to just come on in. Day 4. I thought that Kyrie would be faster. Okay, Kyrie. Now I don't know what to call you, dude. You're messing me up. Kyrie. We're gonna call him Kyrie. It's not. We're gonna call him that. He needs to be faster because I do want him to make the circuit all the way to those other elves. Very, very far away. 25 magic points. That's 1 slow. Then lots of weights. Okay. Biggest guys first. And then on. By the way, I really did enjoy one of my more recent videos. It was the video on the Shoutcast where we watched X-Chemo's gameplay. I really enjoyed that. That was actually super fun for me. I don't know if that came across for you as super fun, but I really enjoyed that a lot. And one of the things that was really interesting kind of to re-listen to it and re-watch was this. I feel like how I felt when I first was doing these videos and feeling like I suck because the skills necessary to get your words right and get your flow correct and do things appropriately, it was the same basic thing for that new format. I had to go through those growing pains. I'm going through those growing pains for this new format, just like I was for the old format, for this format. And that's good and that's exciting and I'm fine for it. And that doesn't make me sad at all. But it was worth noting and very interesting to me just to note, hey, this is similar. There's a lot of transferable skills, and yet this is definitely different. I just thought that was funny. I thought that was fun. We're going to take some losses here. Yeah, we're going to take a lot of losses here. That's why we saved some of those spell points on this other fight, just so we could do better here. 20 spell points, that could be, let's see, 135 points of damage. It's going to be 4. That's going to be one whole stack of these Arc Magi. Let's focus on these 3. We'll Lightning Bolt here, and we'll focus on these bottom stacks. Aha! Die, you cowards. In fact, I would just hit... oh! Dang. If not for that terrain, we would have been on him. We're going to hit... I was going to say, we're going to hit the quick combat, but there's still more of this fight to be had. There's still a lot more of this fight to be had. So again, focusing there, and then... Let's see. We're going to kill here, kill 1, and sit here. We're going to save ourselves a little bit of grief. We're out of spell points. Let's kill, hopefully 2 here. Nope, we do not. And then from here, it's just going to be a slog. Oh my gosh. I'm killing 1 at a time. I think that we kill these bottom ones. We're going to leave some damage on the table, but these dwarves are going to get to this big stack here in just 1 second. So we do that, and we do that. And now these guys finally go down. So 6, 11, and 1. Not great, but better than it could have been. And again, Crystal. And I want to keep all those troops. I really do. I think I want the Crystal more, especially when the opportunity to get dragons is staring me right in the face. Homestead. You're going to want the troops now. We will upgrade to a fort when we can. Let's just wait on that. We're going to be very, very sad until we are able to get that fort. Oh well. Landmine, don't really know, don't really care. I think Clancy's going to help clear for now. And part of that's just going to end up with him being on that water wheel for a second here. We'll get the Alchemist Lab when we can. We've got 2 already. Not important at this time. Not critically important anyway. Let's pick up here at this rally flag. Make sure I step in here now with Jenova. +2 defense, +2 attack. Necessary. They are just going to run anyway, so we're going to allow that. Crypt, though, Well, gold's not really a problem. We might actually, hold on. We might think about saving up, you know, buying what we need to, sure, but then saving up gold and getting on these treasuries. It's day 5. We could do that. It's going to be a little bit of an investment, but not much more at the 5,000 gold. The ore is going to be costly, but not much more than it was for the resource silos. So, is what it is. Crypts. You tentatively approach a burial crypt of ancient warriors. Do you want to search the graves? Yes, I do. Oh, sweet. Okay, and now we have to choose. Do we take the basic luck or the basic intelligence? We've already seen that running out of spell points is something that we are prone to do. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to take the basic intelligence, so we have an additional 25% of our spell points. That 2,000 gold is just nice to have. Just nice. Okay. And then, let's see. Pendant of Life. That means you're immune to the death spells or the life spells. I can't remember. We'll pick it up in a second anyway. As you are walking along a narrow path, a nearby bush suddenly bursts into flames. Before your eyes, the flames become the image of a beautiful woman. She holds out a magnificent sword to you. Red dragon flame tongue. And so actually, you know, kind of based off this conversation that we've been having here recently, I feel like I need to apologize, actually. I feel like I got into my own head a little bit as far as, you know, what my goals were with Heroes of Might and Magic and with these playthroughs. And I think I've done a disservice to you actually over the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 videos, in large part because if you're here again for the tactical gameplay, hey, I'm going to do a good job. I'm going to get through these scenarios, not a problem. I will get through them. But really what I offer, what sets me apart is more the enjoyment and the ambiance. And I think that I've been rushing so fast and so hard that I've missed out on that. And that does you the disservice as the viewer, I think. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. It's always interesting to figure out what makes people tune in. What do you like? What interests you? And it's not just market research, it's knowing your audience and figuring out, wait, what actually resonates? These are the things that I think resonate. It's not the tactics, it's more the enjoyment and the time spent and the purpose and the ambiance. What about you? If this is the very first video you're ever watching, you're saying to yourself, whoa, this guy's getting way too deep into the weeds here now. I think I'm going to see myself out the door over here. Understandable. But we're 90 videos into this channel. We are 90 videos in. We have a little bit of time for reflection, I think. I do. Okay. I had another dream about Amanda last night. I think the dreams are real, and she's communicating with me by magic. She asked me how I was faring. I told her I had recovered the amulet for Sandro and agreed to help his master, Ethric, find a vampire's cowl and a pair of dead man's boots. Shaking with fury, I also told her about the harvesting and how I was trying to help the villagers in this area. She just looked at me with her wise, calm eyes and advised me to be careful, very careful about what I was doing, and it wouldn't be like the last time. Well, this is bad. I am not ready for Tamika. I don't think. With 18... Okay, first off, 13 attack, 14 defense, 7 spell power, 7 knowledge, but he's only got 4 spell power. I am not ready, and yet this might be one of the best fights I can get off this guy. They're not upgraded. None of his troops are upgraded. None of his troops are upgraded, and he's only got 4 spell points. My 9 and 12 defense, 9 attack and 12 defense is definitely worse than his 13 attack and 14 defense, but I've got 124 spell points. I've got some options here. I'm not too far away from Stillwater. Stillwater I can purchase a hero, and I can send these other troops. I really can. Let's see. Let's do everything else, and then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do here. We're not gonna fight here. We're not gonna take the Medusa stores. Oh, I never did pick up the sulfur. That's because I wanted to see if these guys would join me. Maybe a mistake, maybe not. Okay. Probably a mistake. I know what I was thinking. I know why I thought it was a good idea at the time, but probably a mistake. You're not going to get a better fight. He's only got 4 spell power. In the future, he's going to be casting Animate Dead, even as a Dead Knight and not as a Lich. Yeah, this is the might-based hero for the undead. His speciality are those Black Knights. 71 though. I've got 71 Grand Elves. I've got 71! And you're going to be mass slowed and you're not going to be able to counteract that. You are not going to be able to counteract that. Okay, we're going to fight him today. Today. And to get there, we're going to purchase here. If you want to conquer a town, bring along several Cyclops. Their boulder throwing skills bring down town walls faster than any catapult. Agreed. And we're going to upgrade the creatures that we can. I think that we're going to not upgrade any of these creatures except for the Silver Pegasi because we've already got Silver Pegasi out there. We're going to take 7 Silver Pegasi. We're going to just buy out everything else we have, including these dwarves. Including the dwarves? Are the dwarves going to really win you the fight? No. But will 8 Dendroid Guards? Yes. Dendroid Guards are my favorite troop to deal with Black Knights and Dread Knights. And do we purchase them all? Yes, we do. Because this could potentially be the game. Unicorns, I don't think we're going to have enough slots for them. And we're going to send troops in this direction here. Down to here. Oh, look how far we can get. We can get so far. We're just going to have Jenova do the last little bit of this. Do we... Let's see. We can get +1 luck and +1 morale and get back. We're going to do that for sure. We're going to head back to here. Might as well do this transfer now. And send everybody over. Minus the 1 centaur. And then send everybody over. How do we want this split? Here and here. Dwarves don't stay in the army. Beholders. We're still going to have +2 morale. Minus... Yeah, just +2 morale. Do you want the +3 attack, or do you want the defense? Do you want to be more evenly balanced? I think so. I think it's better to be even. 9 attack, 12 defense, or 8 attack, 14 defense. I think you do it that way. I think so. Okay. And then any other splits to this fight? Anything else that might matter? I don't think so. The only thing that could matter is first aid tent's going to slot in right here. And they could attack the first aid tent and damage the Pegasi and the Dendroid Guards with the Liches. Dragons are going to be able to move fairly quickly. I'll put the Pegasi in the middle because they're going to go very first. And we are going to go first because of the Silver Pegasi, because of their speed. So we're going to go. We're going to go right now. I'm going to beat you. And I'm going to take all your artifacts that you got from the Dragon Utopia. This is a game-breaking moment. This is a game-defining moment. And if I lose, I lose. If I win, then I think that we've just blown the hinges right off this game. Let's give it a shot. It's going to say we lose, and I'm going to disagree with that immediately. Do I want to retreat? No. Oh, no. Don't care. Apply the battle result? I think no. Let's do this thing. Okay, so first thing, you've got to cast the mass slow. It's going to be just the most important thing for you. Let's move our Silver Pegasi up kind of here to the top here. As far as creatures and how far they can get, not very far. You might have 1 haste. I think the haste might be 4 spell points. That might be Bone Dragons. I'm just going to risk it, and if I need to collapse on some enemy, I will, because all my creatures are going to go, except for the Beholders, before any of yours. So first creature up is probably going to be the Liches. Grand Elves are going to down the Liches. We'll do that first. Everybody else just kind of move out. 18 down to 8 Liches. That's 10 Liches going down. Yeah, that defense and that attack that he's got is pretty good. But we're going to see what else happens here. No spell is cast. He might not have any spells for 4 spells. I think you do actually have to have expert whatever, an expert school of magic in order to make that happen. The one thing I wish that could be different is I wish that these skeletons would actually move out a little bit further out of the way so that I could actually get behind them with these Silver Pegasi. So otherwise we're going to end up waiting, because again, you're going to be, well, Black Knights are going to be within range. Bone Dragons are actually going to be not really in range. I'm probably going to back these Dendroids off just one. And now we've got plenty of damaging spells. What do we do? I think these Black Knights, we could focus on them again, because if I'm right, I think I think that his speciality is the dragons, or it is the Black Knights. I could be wrong on that. So this Disrupting Ray could be very useful. The Destroy Undead's going to hurt everybody. It'll deal with pretty much the rest of these Liches. It'll deal with some of these single stacks. It's going to be just a lot of general damage. But this stack and this stack are going to be two very critical things to deal with. And we can always spend the Destroy Undead spell later. Are my Grand Elves going to get to do full damage? Tell you what, let's just wait. Let's just back off one step. Here. Let's back off one step here. And then everybody else can just wait. Yeah, we're not going to do full damage here, so we're just going to wait. I don't care about 6 Liches. Precision actually might not be terrible here, but I think the Disrupting Ray could be even better. I think we're going to do the Disrupting Ray. So they're going to go from 34 defense down to 29. That's 5 defense less. Still useful, I think. Don't mind taking the hits on these Dendroids. That's what they're for. That's what they're for. And I would much rather actually root and place these Black Knights more than anybody. And I don't know how big of a wallop we're going to be able to do to them. That's the only thing. Let's see. They are the fastest. Let's deal with them now. They're now rooted. 2 more Dendroids. That's fine. They're really here just to last for the rest of this fight. Still rooted. I could kill a lot of these Skeleton Warriors, but it's not going to be enough, and I'll lose a huge stack of my Centaurs. We're going to wait on the Centaurs. Well, we've already attacked these Black Knights this turn. So let's attack them with impunity. Let's keep the damage going. 5 left. Not much damage left. Now we go behind and deal with these Power Liches. Still rooted. Yeah, and we're going to do a ton of damage here. This is going to be pretty good. This will be really pretty good. Okay. Let's just finish this off. We're going to wait. Again, still bound. Do I care about the damage on these Pegasi? Somebody's got to take the retaliation, and I'd rather it be these Pegasi than these Centaurs. So then I could kill some Skeleton Warriors. They're not going to get into the fight for one more turn, though. Let's take out all the Black Knights. 155 Centaurs are going to do a lot of damage. Let's Disrupting Ray the Skeletons, actually. Knock those numbers down in a big, big way. Down to 2. Pegasi are potentially going to take some more damage. 1 Bone Dragon does not go down. I thought that the Bone Dragon would go down. Why the enemy continues, why they persist in destroying my first aid tent, I don't know why, but it's a fact of life at this point. This split looks great for me. This battle is definitely going to be won. There's no problems here. I shouldn't say no problems here, but I think we're going to be okay. 29 hit points. Let's just attack in this direction. Whoa! What? I didn't realize I had so few hit points left on that green dragon. Okay, well, good to know. Thank you. Understandable. Have a nice day. It's actually not understandable. It's really not. I'm going to cast the Destroy Undead one time. That'll take care of that one single stack, and then make this Bone Dragon fairly easy to deal with. I'm going to wait on this Pegasi. Vampires next. Oh yeah, this is going okay. Should kill them on the retaliation. Almost. And I do have this one Pegasi that still gets to go. I'm going to hope that this one Pegasi can do 2 damage. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. Let's find out. Oh no, the tent actually squashed that, didn't it? Okay. And we have to defeat them here. So, elves should be able to kill Skeleton Warriors or Whites. Maybe. We're going to save this 200 points of damage on the Lightning Bolt, because it's going to be more important to have one whole stack of damage on somebody. We have to free up these elves to do full damage here. We can either kill... Let's see. Centaurs. Can't reach either of these creatures, can they? I think that we wait and hope that they don't run. Yeah, because the whites, the 40 whites, that's just too many hit points worth of whites. Is this first aid tent going to get to go on their return? No, their first aid tent's already gone. Yeah, I think that we just won this fight. I think the AI should have already run. They didn't already run. I think that now we're going to be good to go. Perfect. Okay, so 5,720 experience. We lost basically one green dragon. Oh, and the 9 dendroids, who actually did a great job. They did their job. Did a great job. And because Tamika had no spell points, that was the best fight we could have hoped for. And I think that that represents a sizable chunk of their army. Not to mention, I do believe that this is their primary hero. I believe that that 13 attack and 14 defense is very, very inflated from the Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment and some of these other things that the heroes got in the basement there by Tarek. We pick up a lot of stuff. Oh yeah. Buckler of the Null King, +4 to our defense. Null's Flail, +4 to attack. Necklace of Swiftness, +1 to your speed for all your creatures. +10 to our archery skill. Tome of Fire Magic, my goodness. Endless Bag of Gold, 750 gold. Ladybird of Luck, extra luck. And the Emblem of Cognizance. That was a good turn. We are now going to actually go back. You'd think that now I would be like, oh, I'm unstoppable. I'm going to attack everybody. Nope. We're going to back up now. Why? Because I need to know what I'm running into before I accidentally run into somebody else. Let's do one quick thing though to check just where we're at. It's going to be Aislinn. He's going to be their main guy. Aislinn. What's his actual name? Hold on. I gotta find out. What's his actual name? Yeah, it is Aislinn. Oh, okay. He's still a good hero. 4 attack, 7 defense, 10 and 8 on the power. We're going to have to keep an eye out for him because I still think that there's some power there. We have to be pretty careful. We have to be still purposeful. This garrison, let's see, 15, 10, and 15. We're probably going to do something where we're going to borrow the troops, send them, attack, and send them back so that way we can clear all this out and send a hero through this garrison. I need to know what's on the other side of that. We had talked about doing the treasury move before. We're still going to invest in that, question mark. We just don't have the ore is the problem. I can make it happen though. Let's do one treasury here. Oh, we need the fort here to make that happen? Okay, never mind. Alright. So far so good. And we wait. Oh! Oh! Is that him? Is that the guy? No, Vitamina. I still do want to back gem off though. I really do. Let's go here. A fierce windstorm reveals the entrance to a buried tomb. Your investigation reveals that the tomb has already been looted, but the thieves overlooked an ankh on a gold chain in the dark. Pinned to life, no death ripple spell. So that's actually not a bad spell to have. We're going to go to, let's see. Let's have gem. Go to here. Go to here. And I really think I want to get the troops there and back. But you gotta do this right, otherwise you're gonna look silly. You're gonna look foolish. Although you do have a sanctuary. If worst comes to worst, we got some options. Let's just get all this over here. And here. And that'll be close, but still a little bit of a loss. Trade and trade. Make sure that we put the Necklace of Swiftness there. And I actually think that the +4 is better than the 2 and 2. Tough to say. That Shield of the Yawning Dead, you're going to want to hold on to that for future scenarios, by the way. If you think about it. Yeah, but we should be able to fight this. Not great, but good. Oof. Yeah. We can do better. Oh, I guess that we don't actually have any spells, do we? Hopefully the Beholders actually take a lot of attention here. If I cover up my Grand Elves, hopefully they will. We'll see. Let's attack the Vampire Lords that could cause damage to us up here first. We'll try and do full damage to the Knights. Okay, this is just fine for me. Now we should probably focus on the Dread Knights, so we're going to wait. Yep, I'll lose all the Beholders. I do not care about these Beholders at all. Aw, very sad. And then, yeah, it is the Dread Knights that need to go down next. So let's go here. 5 and 2. Here. Just fine. Defend. We're actually going to defend here as well, because I want the enemies to waste their time here as long as possible. The Beholders have done their job. They joined for greater glory, and by goodness, they have found it. The madmen, the mad lads. Well done, gentlemen. We're going to take the basic tactics because I just love basic tactics. Basic wisdom because, of course, I will. I'm going to re-engage, actually, just to leave that one Beholder there. Just because. And then swap everything back. And we're also going to pull that other +3 over there as well. Let's see. We're not going to be able to get all the way back, sure, but Gem should be able to get here. Do a full swap, and off we go. Okay. So, I feel pretty good about the way this scenario is shaking out, but I am fully well aware that there's always more to be dealt with. Vidomina is pretty concerning still. We'll keep an eye on her. And I don't want her to travel up this road. She could go pretty far if she wanted to. If we do this and just move these elves, these dwarves, and these centaurs up, we should be able to have some backup just in case something goes south, though. I'm actually going to take these wraiths right now, too, because that could help us with these dendroids. Okay. Everything else looks fine. Treasury. It's not really enough gold. It's basically going to be another 2,000 gold to get the treasury. What else should I get instead? I should definitely get this enchanted spring. Let's get that now. I'm still way too far away from this fort. Way too far is a little bit rich. It's within spitting distance. Gems are now pretty easy to come by. Just as an investment, we'll pick up the treasury. And we'll call it a day. Okay. Astrologers proclaim it to be the month of the earthworm. So that is the end of month 1. We are now on to day 1 of month 2. Again, this monolith one way is still scaring me. What should I expect out of that? I don't know. I don't want to find out. Dwarven Treasury. Eventually we're going to come back there and claim that. In fact, maybe I should do that sooner rather than later. We'll head... run this circuit. Picking up whatever we can along the way. And we did talk about getting our scouts out and about. I think that Elishar can stay right here. Actually, I want to see this Den of Thieves. Kingdom Army Strength. We have the Kingdom Army Strength. We should push through Vitamina now. And let's go this way instead of this way. We're going to have one scout go here through this gate. And we'll figure out what else we can find over here. There's this one Shadow Keep with Nimbus. We're going to lose Jenova, by the way. That's okay. 350 gold per day. I picked the wrong hero. I did. We'll pick up the Cover of Darkness in a little bit. We're going to stop in, do a full resupply. And actually, I'd really like to pick up probably the Centaurs more than anything else. With 163, with the 3,000 gold to upgrade them, that's going to be pretty worth my time. In order of importance, I think we're going to still bring the dragons. The problem is if I take the dragons and if I lose them, then that's less gold dragons I'll have later. I'm not going to do that for now. I want to be strong. I want to fight now. I don't think I need much more than what I have right now. I think I'm just that strong. I'll take the unicorns. But everybody else is going to wait. Can we reach? We cannot. But we can potentially block her from coming in our general direction. And we're still, again, too far away. We need another 14 ore so we can get another fort. As far as here, though, we should have at least unicorns in our other town here of Green Falls before much longer. We're not going to let her retreat just because we need to see what's here. Okay. 6, 49, 2, 8, and 23. Oh, wow. That was kind of scary. Okay, we're going to run now. Nimbus is not good. He's not good. This hero might be good, though. I was thinking about things today. Sometimes I just refuse to think about certain things, but it hurts too much, and besides, I feel more settled now. I don't think it's wrong to hate the hateful or not forgive the unforgivable. What I think is wrong is to let that hating and unforgiving turn a person into the thing that they hate or won't forgive. I won't make that mistake again. I won't be like them. Okay, so this is their primary hero. I think that we defeat Vitamina, we send a hero through here, pick up this crystal, the sulfur, etc., the gold mine, certainly, and then we'll come back in just a second to go through the other direction and deal with them. Deal with the hero to the south. This is prime for one single destroy undead. Look at this. This stack will be gone. This stack will be gone. This stack's going to still be around. These vampires are even going to be gone. All the zombies will still remain, the liches and the lizardmen. I think we just cast this now. We think the enemy's going to run anyway. Let's do it. You've got 4 spell points left. Let's see your best spell. As I do this. Yeah, this is definitely an overreaction on my part. The enemy has fled. Understandable. I will take the time, just because this rally flag is here, to go here and then bounce back along the main road back home. Let's check now. Now that it's a new week, Kingdom Army Strength, I'm still in the lead. That put me into the lead, and it's going to keep me in the lead. So that feels excellent. What is this Witch's Hut? Basic artillery, not in the plans. Not in the cards at all. Dwarves. Clancy. Yeah, still not enough troops necessarily to defeat this dwarven treasury, I fear. And certainly not the Hydras. Okay. I think we wait. No, I think it's time to get a couple of these upgrades. Because the time is quickly approaching that you're going to really be glad that you had 150 battle dwarves. Oh no, our forces suffered a bitter defeat. You dirty dog. Okay, so he's got Town Portal? Town Gate? Whatever that spell is, I don't like it. I don't want to see it. And you know what? That's actually a point that I haven't thought about. In Heroes of Might and Magic 2, I made the pledge, let's call it. I would not use Dimension Door. I would not use... what do you call it? Town Portal. Town Gate is fine because it'll just take you to the nearest unoccupied town of yours. Town Portal is a little bit different. It just breaks the map in some really nasty ways. I don't know if I'm going to continue with that in Heroes 3 or not. And again, part of the reason is that Heroes 3 is just really, really tough. It's really, really tough. So if you get an advantage like that, it might be worth keeping it. I don't know. We may see. I may do something where I only have so many uses of it per scenario or something like that. Actually, that offhand feels like it might be fairly valuable to have some strategic use of such an ability, such a spell. And it would also actually make the game fairly interesting. You know, do you use it early? Do you use it late? Do you use it only in times of extreme duress? I think that there's a lot to be thought of with that. We're going to upgrade the Dendroids into the soldiers because now I feel good about taking them on the road, because them plus the dwarves. Yeah. Now I don't think it's a bad time to bring the slower creatures. Not they're upgraded that far. Everybody else will wait. We're not going to bring the dragons at the moment. Whoops. That was close. Now we're heading here. I should have got this other hero, Jenova. We're going to grab her, of course, because of the free gold. And where she fell apart once, she will rise again from the ashes. Subterranean gate here. No. Let's just hand over all these whites. Wraiths? Whites? Wraiths. And then just be ready to go for the new week. Pick up Centaurs here. Windmill here. On our way towards the Mercury. Part of me wants to try and get these troops into my army, and the other part now says, well, I'm a little bit busy. And really, I feel like I am. If the Den of Thieves says that we are strong right now and we should overwhelm the enemy, I think that we need to take that under advisement. And before the beginning of the new week, we need to take this Castle of Shadowkeep. I don't think that there's any negotiation on that. We're going to, let's see, we hit this cover of darkness. They should not be able to see us. And the radius of sight around this crystal caverns, if we go this way, we should be fine. Pick this up, rush in, see how far we can get. I think that that's a pretty good use of our time. Really can't go through this monolith one way, but I can spend the gold to send another hero that I don't care about to go through. And it's weird that it's Mephala, because she's really one of my favorites. The armor skill is just super good in my opinion. Mage Guild level 3. Let's work on the gold dragons. Let's continue to work on dragons. We're still way too far away for wood or ore. But I think I need to see where this goes, even if it kills me. Hey, pack of champions. Wait a second. This looks like a goody hut. This looks like a magical place where you can go and just be free from your cares and worries. This looks like I should be there. It looks like I should have been there a while ago, actually. Okay. Oh, there's just a garrison here. Oh, okay. Never mind. We'll head out. And just stay in the sanctuary. I think I like having these heroes in these sanctuaries. It gives me the opportunity to retake some of these obstacles, these adventure map mines and such. If the enemy takes them, I can take them right back. Oh, that's so much faster than it used to be. So nice. Okay. Boop. Done. And I'll pick up the Sulfur Dune next time, but yeah, I needed to make sure that I got that. Couldn't miss that window of opportunity. Had to get the troops back. I don't think that these banks are open still. I'm betting that they've already been cleared out. Not my favorite fight, but actually I should win. I think I should just take no losses. Okay. You say so. We'll cast the slow. Tell you what, I do not think fast enough to speedrun this game. I do not. When I mentioned that the shoutcast was very, very different for me, and I had to felt like I was doing it all again for the first time. In large part, that's because I was fumbling over my words and getting all my stuff straight. Thankfully, I can see a lot of things on site and I know what they are, and that helps prevent some major problems. But you'll find that your commentary, switching from color commentary to narration, you gotta get it pretty right. Number one, people are going to notice very, very quickly if you say the wrong thing. For example, who was it? There was a football announcer, American football. And every single time that the ball was placed, you would say, well, and the ball is placed at this spot on the field. And you would say, how far until you get the first down? How far until you're able to get a new set of downs and what's your goal? How far do you have to get before your turn is over? And the guy would always be off by 4 or 5 yards. And it's the most frustrating thing to watch a play-by-play with your own 2 eyes and see somebody that is just screwing that up. It hurts your heart. And I don't have any other way of saying it than buddy, not your job to get that incorrect. So that was weird, but okay, we'll take it. And so I know how much it frustrates me when that's just wrong. And very, very rough to be as fast as you possibly can in seeing things real time happen and switch back and forth between commentary versus narration. And it was a very new experience, and it was a very fun experience. It really was. Lots of Grand Elves are going down here. There goes 6 already. No, that was even more than that. 6. Okay. 10. It's going to cost me 10 elves each time I don't finish this fight. And it should thankfully just be the 1 destroy undead plus a little bit of help. That should do it. Perfect. And actually, I'm just going to hit Q because I know that the elves are going to do much. So that's fine there. Might as well stick in here and keep ourselves in the Mage Guild. Look at that. Kingdom Army Strength. Red is now up. They have more castles than I do. And so when I talk about needing to press my advantage, I mean it. This is now the time. We're going to try and press our advantage so much. We're going to buy Gerwolf. Is there a way to make him and her trade? No, he needs to take 1 step out. She needs to take 1 step out. And to save his movement points, Jem is going to be the one to do this. He doesn't have his artillery. I know he had artillery. I just thought he would have a ballista. I was going to steal his ballista. Huh. Darn. Otherwise, he's just going to head up the road. Help me figure out what I got to do. Ah, interesting. So here's that Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment. This is a magic well. I don't have the green border tent yet. And I don't know what this quest card is. I do not know. Huh. Okay. Well, Clancy is my second best hero, and I do see enemies knocking on the door here. So I'm going to have him sit here and be ready for whatever comes. I'm going to upgrade everybody right now. It's day 7. He's going to have a whole ton of troops very, very quickly, and we're going to get the upgraded gold dragons, I think, pretty quick. And we're going to actually try not to purchase a whole bunch because we got the 2 treasuries and those will stack on top of each other. Note that we can, for the first time, get 4th level mage guilds. It'd be very nice, actually, to see what those 4th level spells could be. Actually, there wasn't any 4th level spells here, were there? And that's really one of the bonuses. If you overwhelm your enemy and completely defeat them, rather than just get in, get the artifact, and get out, you have the time to build up your heroes and make sure everything's fine. That might be something that we try and do here. I think it's pretty worthwhile, actually. Rather than just eke out a victory, let's just win, and win big. Let's also buy they. I'm going to want somebody to go this way as well. Aha. Okay. There's a gold mine there. Sweet. All right. Otherwise, we'll step in, and we'll step back. Next time, we'll pick up the Alchemist Lab and go back. Let's see what we got. Enemies are backing off. Sharna is pretending like she's interested in fighting me. Maybe not. I thought I saw one more hero. Aha. That's their toughest hero. We're going to need to cast the vision spell because we can still get away at this point if we don't want to fight this fight. Let's see what we got. 144 spell points, and we need to fight him now. The skeletons don't worry me. The spells, terrifying. Absolutely. I'm not happy to see those spells. But if we split the elves, I think, yeah, you don't usually see me split the elves. If we split the elves, then I think that we actually have some opportunities. I do. We're going to keep the centaurs and the dwarves closest to the elves. Or excuse me, we're going to keep the centaurs away from the elves. Because the dwarves can potentially resist the meteor shower. And I don't really care so much if the dendroid soldiers get caught in that. And then the silver pegasi are going to get out of the way. We're going to have to keep our spacing pretty good because of that meteor shower that Aislinn has as his speciality. Now here's the question though. If we attack him, is there somebody even bigger and better and badder right behind him? I don't know. We're going to have everybody else go before we actually make that decision and move forward. Basic tactics. Good, good. Huh, wonder where that goes. Gold mine. Good, good. What is guarding this helm of heavenly enlightenment? Lots of sleeping dragons surround this relic. Do I want to challenge them? No, I don't. Do not. No thanks. Okay, and this goes there. Perfect. Perfect. So actually, you don't need to go through these garrisons if you don't want to. This is good, though, because I don't see anybody right here. He is their toughest hero. Still. But he doesn't have bone dragons. Somebody else has bone dragons. I think that it's a good idea to chip away and do damage where we can. And if this puts Gem in a scary situation, so be it. She's still pretty tough. She's still pretty tough. Really? Do you want to retreat? No. Okay. So he's got Animate dead. How do I know that? There's no way that we only killed this much. No way. So do we want to apply these results? Not a chance. I wonder then. I wonder. 4, 7, 7, and 8. Clancy might actually be pretty good in this fight because he's got that expert resistance. If we see resistance, we might take that. Destroy Undead. That'll kill a whole bunch of these creatures, and that might force out some of those early Animate Deads that he otherwise might not use. The Mass Slow is never going to be bad. It might be immediately countered by a Dispel, a Mass Dispel, or a Mass Cure, or something like that. Shield is always going to be good. Stone Skin's always good. Can't really disable the Undead. Force Field, there's a possibility that that could be useful. Oh, that's right. We got all the fire spells because we picked up the... Wow, we picked up the book of fire spells. I forgot about that. Goodness. I mean, the fact that we could summon fire elementals, we might do that in a moment. Knowing that, let's kind of slow the fight down. We've got some different options. We just need to make the fight go longer. We need to stretch this out a little bit. And this will help us know what spells he has, depending on this first spell that he casts. Again, we need to scatter to the winds, because we don't want to take extra damage from any kind of meteor shower. So we scatter like this. We wait. And do we take down liches? Sure. We won't kill all 6. Oh, we do kill 6. We didn't waste a lot of damage, though, because we split our elves. Unicorns are going to wait, and dwarves are going to move down. We're going to wait on the elves and down to here with these dwarves. And I like this split, and I like the terrain. I like where this is going. Let's see what he does. This is going to be pretty important, actually. No spell comes out yet. Still no spell. Still no spell. Is he going to haste Black Knights? I don't think that it's a bad idea to attack these skeleton warriors. Just get the drop on them with my centaur captains. I think that's actually a really good use of my time. I'm not going to take a lot of retaliation damage, but I'll kill a healthy amount. I think that you want to attack. I think we do. I think we're going to attack here. 239 down to 176. Mass Curse. Not bad. I actually like that spell. I think that's a good spell. I think that's a very good spell. Okay. If that's the spell, though, we're going to move forward as much as we can. Still 2 more turns before these Black Knights are going to get into the fight. Again, though, this is probably the time where him having a haste is likely. Do I start mixing it up with the Black Knights with my 90 hit point unicorns against his Black Knights? We can take a hit better than he can, but I think that we do want to devote the power of these elves to these Black Knights more than anything. Let's take some more time, let this fight develop a little bit more. So let's go to here. Kill 1. No high priority targets for the Silver Pegasi to deal with at the moment. This would be a good time to have that expert water magic just for like a bless to counteract the curse. There's going to be a lot of hand-to-hand damage. Everything is going to be hand-to-hand from here on out. Let's cast the shield. Let's cast the shield. And then that way, if he wants to dispel my shield, he's going to have to get rid of the curse. It's going to be just fine for me. These troops are all too far away. Well, yeah, they're pretty far away, so we're just going to wait here. We're going to back off. Meteor shower. You can't back off too far. But I don't want to take all this damage. To here. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to get the unicorns a little bit closer because of their aura of magic resistance. I think we wait. That just makes it so much better for that meteor shower if I get closer, though. We're gonna wait. And still attack these knights. Protection from fire. That's so interesting, because he knows that I have all these fire spells. What, do you think I'm going to Armageddon you in just 1 second? It's a good spell. Huh, so he's got expert fire magic, though. Huh. Interesting. We're going to end up doing a ton of damage to these vampire lords in the next little bit. Probably right now, actually. I think it's worth the time. Because I think that the unicorns and the dwarves together can deal with these knights. And here, actually. Okay. As far as AoE spells that I have, I mean, I've got, again, the Destroy Undead's pretty darn good. 75 on the Fireball, 75 on the Frost Ring. Yeah, Destroy Undead's going to be the best choice if I want some AoE damage. I don't think I want AoE damage. I think I want single target damage. The shield, again, is so good. I could do Stone Skin now. I've already got 15 defense to his 4 attack, though. Is there a better spell? Precision. Increases the ranged attack damage inflicted by all friendly units. Ranged attack damage. Yeah, but you are cursed. Disrupting Ray. On this big stack of skeleton warriors. That stack of skeleton warriors is pretty scary. The wraiths are not going to get... Oh, they're binded. I tried to see what their range was, but the dendroids have them, so they're not going anywhere. Yeah, it might not actually be a bad idea to work on these skeleton warriors with the disrupting ray. Spend the time. Is that going to do more damage, though, than 110 damage here, 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 and here? Because that's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 points of damage. That's got to be better than the disrupting ray. 500 points of damage has to be better. I can kill the one Black Knight here now. So now it's 1 left. I'm cursed again. Oh well. I think I actually focus on the wraiths. I'll lose the dendroid soldiers in a second. But these skeletons haven't cast... Well, they haven't hasted yet, so... So I just don't think I need to expect that. We are still going to focus them, even though they're not going to be in range, technically, for 1 more turn. And then Vampire Lord still. Blind, I think that's not a bad blind. I'm a little bit impressed that they risked it, though. Dendroids just have to survive. Let's see if the wraiths can't kill them. They don't. Good. Now they go down. But that prevents my centaurs from taking damage. Glad that we've been attacking these skeleton warriors, because now they're basically in range of these grand elves. No more issues here. This is a good looking cold ray, and we're gonna get the opportunity. Destroy Undead still better. Spell points are no object. Maybe summon Fire Elemental. How many Fire Elementals do you get for 6 power? 6 power is not that much. It's not that much. Tell you what I think I do, actually. If you're going to stay slowed, if you're not going to unslow your heroes, or unslow your troops, I think that now is actually not a bad time for the haste. Because then I'll be able to just run these elves. I'll be able to run everybody down to the bottom of the battlefield. Ah, but then he's going to start to animate dead. Once he starts to animate dead, that changes everything. But for now, I think that, again, we're talking flexibility. What harm is flexibility? The answer is not much. Vampire Lords and Wraiths are going to get over this terrain, but the zombies and the Skeleton Warriors won't be able to. So let's wait. Let's back way, way off. Because we can always jump right on top of them again in 1 more second. Run to here. I'm actually going to go kill your first aid tent. That was mostly just satisfying. That's why I actually did that. Yeah, that's the real reason. And then I think... I can kill 1 whole stack of Vampire Lords, I think. Not quite. But at least now there's less chance that they're going to revive. What spell are you going to cast, buddy? I'm waiting for your spell this turn. Blind. You're going to blind lock me? Is that your plan? That's a good plan with 111 spell points, actually. That's a really good plan. I wonder if the skeletons are going to get the dwarves unblinded. I truly don't know. Do not know. I think I allow them to if they want to. And I think that now with a curse and the blind... Oh wait, does the curse fall off because you can only have so many spells affecting you? I don't think that's how it works. I think it just shows 3. I think that we're gonna cure the elves because they're gonna get to go. We're gonna keep doing some damage here. I think we're gonna wait with the centaurs. We're gonna do full damage to the wraiths who are in range of our primary troops. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of damage there. Skeletons, if I attack with unicorns here on the wraiths, they're gonna be able to hit me. We're gonna wait one more time. And now we're going to just destroy the wraiths completely. It's not a waste of damage. Meteor shower, 200 points of damage. That's a good meteor shower. And they do ignore the dwarves, and we are going to continue to run in a circle now. We will run in circles. So let's go. Everybody sprint and maintain your distance. I think I might have one more turn left on this slow. How many turns of combat is it? Where are we at right now? Next round begins round 6. So this is the last time that they're going to be slowed. That's actually never going to go awry. Disrupting Ray is always going to be useful. We're going to wait here, run, and run. It's not a bad meteor shower, but it's acceptable because now my troops are going to be doing good damage to you. Backing off. Again, last turn of this haste. Okay, so they are now unhasted. Precision is always going to be useful. I'm just so worried about those animate deads coming out. Maybe he doesn't have it. Let's just assume he doesn't have it. Maybe I've been overthinking this. Maybe he doesn't have it. And maybe we just have to kill at this point. Let's bring him down from, I think it was 13 or 16 down to 9. And then let's just wait. Again, there. Whoa. You can actually reach, can't you, buddy? Goodness. Okay, we're gonna back off. Wait here. And I think I actually attack before you get one more meteor shower off. Nah, you gotta get closer anyway. Unicorns are gonna just defend. Yeah, fine losing centaurs. And now we're just going to envelop them. Now we just attack. They're close enough. We're going to get the last bit of our extra or our good damage off. We've waited, and I think that now we can attack. Not with impunity, but we can attack and potentially actually end this play right here. Because we're going to get to go before all their troops get to go. Oh, there's so much damage on these zombies, and there's no way that we can actually destroy them, is there? One more slow. Back off one more time. If you want to get my centaur captains, you're going to have to at least consider getting my dwarves as well. Full damage here. Half damage here. And now does he run? Now he runs. I was really trying to make that work so that he wouldn't run. But I don't think that there was a good way of doing that. And really what that cost me was a whole ton of centaurs I didn't need to lose. And especially because I already got the artifacts that were from the Dragon City, that was just a waste of centaurs. The important thing is this, though. You kept the Grand Elves. Grand Elves are always going to be critically important. I don't think that that's bad at all, but am I sad? Am I sad? Yes, absolutely still. I am sad. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's pick up everything here before we make any other decisions with Gem. Including just grabbing what we need to. We've got some additional help here. Pick up our Mercury and back. Because I think Clancy's actually going to push in this direction. That's not an easy hero that he's going to have to contend with, but it's going to be a doable fight. Let's make sure we get the last little bit of elves. On our way back home, we're going to ignore the centaurs and whatnot. We're not going to set off until it's time to really fight these guys. We should be at... No? Really? We're just shy on the upgraded dragons. And here. So ore has actually really been a big deal. It's been a really big deal. And the fort, yeah, we're going to go off of 2 castles instead of 3, I think. Is it better to just have 2 green dragons or 1 gold dragon? Well, because there's 4 sitting here, I think that the gold dragons is a really good upgrade. And then you never have to get that upgrade ever again. Okay, let's consider. I really wish that he had more movement points. He does not. We're going to grab what we can, and we're going to go back as if we are immediately under duress. Because we might be, for all I know. For all I know. Yeah. Just like this. And let's pick up the pace. No slow turns, okay? This doesn't need to be something that we just think about every single second of the day. We can just go. We can just go. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. I don't want to pick up the pace. Dude, you ain't got no choice. It's time to pick up the pace. We gotta go. Got stuff to do. Okay, Castle here. Haunts Wind. Nimbus, he's back. Let's check one more time here just to make sure. Kingdom Army Strength that says that we are not the toughest, but this is their toughest hero. I don't want to attack until I at least got Gem's troops here. For that reason, I'm actually going to have this gentleman go to here, because Gem can get to right here at least next turn, and then Clancy can potentially set off and surprise Sharna. We should pick up all these troops here right now, though. We shouldn't wait for the enemy to maybe attack us or maybe not. We should just make sure that they can't attack us. Let's purchase everybody we got. No problems. We are going to dismiss the Wraiths. I don't want there to be any problems with defending this home front. And then everybody else needs to continue on their way. This takes us here. Where's this? Green Dragon's here. I don't know what those are doing. Okay, Castle of Cold Rain. So we've got 3 castles. And now that we've seen them, I wonder if, even after the cover of darkness is back, I wonder if I can still use my View Earth to figure out where they're at. But 1, 2, 3. We can get that very, very quickly. Very, very quickly indeed. Okay. On to a new day. Let's see what Sharna does there in the middle. She has not come for us. She's retreating. Interesting. Hero goes down. That's going to be Vey. They did rehire Aislinn. He's on that side. Clancy's Lord Fayette arrived today. What a pleasant surprise. He claimed he was on the hunting trip and winked at me. This is the first chance I had to talk to him, and I liked him a lot. We talked about the forest, animals, and people just before he left. He said he would like for me to think about joining the Avli forces as a hero working for either him or another Avli lord. He told me to send him a messenger with my thoughts on the matter in a few days. Okay. So let's just assume that Gem is going to be not the main hero for just a moment. Let's transfer everything over. Let's have all of this go over to Clancy from Elishar. And let's send everybody. Let's send all these artifacts. So let's make sure that we have the best and brightest artifacts here. +2, that's probably the best one there. Everything else is not the best is going to go back for Gem. Including probably here. Yeah, that's better. That's pretty good. Okay. So Gem's going to end up with a couple of these. And then the bag of gold, I don't think it really matters who takes that for now. Okay, so this is going to go back to Gem. Perfect. She's going to keep a good eye on things there. There's no other troops at this time. And we sent everybody over. Clancy's going to set off, and Clancy's going to kick some butt. Clancy is ready for a fight, and he's going to use all 37 of his spell points to just rough the enemy up. Nobody can stop him. Okay. Ooh, this is actually kind of interesting. We're not going to make it, unfortunately. We do need to continue. Very sad that my supply lines kind of more or less have been cut because, well, you know, there's a cloud cover right here. I guess that there means that there's another castle there. We've taken one. We do need to purchase out all these troops. Not because I want these troops, but because the enemy is not allowed to have them. And I have decided I'm just going to win the scenario outright. I'm not going to just sneak by. I'm going to win this scenario outright. Gem is probably going to go up to this little magical land up here. I'm wondering. Something tells me it might be dragons. There might be like a dragon cliff up there. And if so, we should have got that a while ago. But we are not. We can get it now. As quick as we can. Although our main goal at this point is to get enough ore to get dragons in this other castle that we've worked on. Oh gosh. Wait a second. Where did you go? Hold on. Okay, that was Nimbus. I thought for some reason that they had gone into my underground, and I was very concerned. I had no idea how that happened. That, thankfully we did not die, but that could have been a huge, massive error. In fact, I'll just say it. It was. It was a huge, massive error. It just didn't bite us that time. You see, everything's just reaching out to get me. The world is conspiring against me. Shame. What a pity. I don't want to lose this main castle, but I do need to get reinforcements. They are ignoring some of these secondary heroes. They're just wandering through their area. Oh, orb of driving rain. It's not too bad. In fact, that's what you'd call pretty good. But we're going to give Gem the troops we have, and she's going to hold out for more troops here. We're still going to go for the Dragon Cliffs, but we will purchase troops and send them this way. Let's actually purchase, let's see. We need 11 ore. Let's do it like this. Get 6 ore this way. Let's pick up the Dragon Cliffs. Pick up another hero. Sure, Malcolm, why not? Somehow Red has found the most artifacts. I detest that. And we're going to purchase all these troops. What? We are out of gold? Never mind. We're gonna... No, we're still gonna head this way. It's just gonna take a couple of days to really make everything move in the way that I want it to. We're gonna defeat Sharna now. Enemy has fled. 3,000 experience points. Let's see if we can fight this fight better. Remember, we do have the... slow still. 4 dragons. If we can take out 4 of their bone dragons, plus these 11 black knights, we're going to be feeling okay. Wait a second. Tamika is vampires. Sharna is black knights. Okay, I got that wrong before. Thankfully, it hasn't really come out to bite me. Because of your tactics, though, this slow is not nearly as effective as it should be. Still, it's going to take you one whole turn to get to me. I don't want to put myself in harm's way here. Just to get these power liches. I think that 136 elves could probably deal with that. With 7 spell power, I'm not worried about anything else here. Let's just wait. Do I want to do full damage to these black knights, or do I want to kill these power liches? Power liches. Deal with them once, never deal with them again. Okay. And then let's go into this defensive position, because there could still be like a haste that comes out, and that would ruin my day. Wait here. Okay. Like that. Not the elves, not the elves, not the elves. Okay. Now is actually going to be a pretty good time for like a teleport. Believe it or not. I think that the teleport will be pretty slick. If I have it. I think I do. Let's just kill where we can. Assuming that these centaurs are done. Let's try and save the dwarves. There's no need for them to die recklessly, needlessly, without cause. Sure, but the Dendroid soldiers, yeah, you really don't care about them, do you? Yeah, we'll give the unicorns more or less. Or give the centaurs more or less. Ooh, that was slick. Okay, more of that. More of that. And then I think that these 4 gold dragons are going to do tons. Now, you got 250 hit points. Do you attack the Black Knights and take the damage on the retaliation? Wait. Centaurs, did anybody attack these Black Knights? Do they still have the retaliation? I think that they do. Gotta kill the vampires anyway. Let's kill the vampires. And then we can look at a teleport spell. Do we got it? Do we not have it? Oh, jeez. Jeez. That was scary. I was absolutely terrified. My word. Now we're gonna wait. Centaurs, I'm not worried about. Apparently first aid tins can help you run away, and that sucks for me, so I'm just gonna wait. And now you thought you had me. My 135 elves are just gonna blast you into oblivion. Yeah, we're gonna apply that. Oh boy. Clancy's gonna take the air magic, I think. I think he has to. Air magic is too good. Even though he has already got the earth magic and he has got the water magic, somehow Clancy's going to be more magically attuned than Gem will be. Because air magic is just that good. And immediately I hear a cacophony of protests from the crowd. Phixfox! Your logic is inconsistent. Yeah, I do agree. I truly do agree. If we can reach this cloud of darkness, this cover of darkness, we're going to do so. We do. And then Gem has gone far enough. I think that we're gonna send her back in just a second. We're gonna hit end turn and we're gonna go from there because we got no gold, so there's no point in doing anything else. I don't care. I already know about Vitamina. She's not that big. She's not that scary. Let's try though with either Clancy or Gem. I don't really care who, do I? No, we do. Clancy's better because he's got the expert resistance. We're going to send Clancy down after we get these troops over here to here. And from here all the way down to here. Can you go all the way down to here? Pretty much. Yeah, to here. And we'll give him over to Gem. Gem will do the rest of it. And then Gem's going to go to here. And we're going to resupply Clancy after we upgrade everybody. And this is a pretty big upgrade. This is a pretty good help. Is there, for those of you who do or don't know, is there a upgrade all button anywhere in here? I feel like there ought to be, but I haven't seen it yet. So, might as well upgrade the unicorns, and now everybody in this army is upgraded. Everybody. Good. Are all these troops upgraded? Everybody but the unicorns. So as Clancy goes by, we're going to do a quick swap, pick up his unicorns for my war unicorns. We're going to send everybody over. Back one more time. And again. Well, that's the sound that you make when you make a mistake. It's just a whoop. It's like in the Midwest. You'll often hear people go whoop. And that just means, hey, something unexpected happened and there was no ill will or ill intent. Just, I don't know how you spell it. It's more like a sign of shock and surprise, like, eh? You know, like it doesn't actually, how do you spell that? I don't know. But we all kind of know what it means. Okay. And again, I think the Gem, she's going to get one more week's worth of creatures and she's going to head over here. She's going to head over here. But Clancy's going to keep Shadow Keep, and then probably run right on into Cold Rain. And if I can get 2 of their castles, I don't think the enemy is going to be able to do much more against me. I think that's going to put an end to their attempts. Hey, buddy! That feels pretty good. I'm just going to accept that. I was going to accept the results one way or the other. I think I'm just going to accept that and just say, dude, he's gone. Ding dong, the scary guy is dead. I'm gonna accept that. Okay, well, now Nimbus comes in. What does Nimbus have, though? I don't think he has much. Yeah, but after this, I don't think he's got much. 4, 6, 15, and 13. Yeah, the 130 spell points is a lot, but I haven't seen an animate dead yet. Maybe they don't have one. Maybe. Okay. Sad to actually lose the vision there. That kind of sucks a little bit. But we're going to put Clancy right into the teeth of the enemy's defense. It's day 6. We got to get this castle back and more. And I think we sure can. Oh, buddy. Look how far we just traveled. That's because we got the boots of speed. We never got the equestrian gloves. But that's going to be an opportunity for us. There's no creatures in there. You can't purchase any creatures. I don't care. So we're going to fight this fight better, though. A couple of spells are going to go a long way. The tactics out of that one Witch's Hut is pretty good. And so that really says to me, I need to get to that Witch's Hut. I knew I did anyway. I knew I wanted to get to there. I really do now. Truly, I do. Nice job making sure that I can't slot in my creatures against these power liches. They are tucked away behind that first aid tent, unless I attack the first aid tent. Do I want to? Nah. I'm going to toast 2 enemies, though. That feels pretty nice. I think that the elves will do quite nicely against these bone dragons. I think I can just simply wait. I will destroy where I can. Maybe if I do some shock and awe, the enemy will run and forget to cast a spell. Oh, that good luck. Feels so nice. Yeah, goodbye. Get out of here. Get thee hence. I don't remember there being a magic well anywhere. Real quick, though, I do want to just view Earth. Yeah, so I can see where the castles were. No, I cannot. Look. View Earth forgets where things were. Huh. Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I need to get more of these heroes actually back to the front rather than out to the side. And here, this is my main rim runner from point A to point B. Everybody else, it really does not matter so much, nearly so much at all. But I do want to pick up whatever I can. The gold mine is more important than anything, but And then gem, let's see, it's day 6. Do we wait? I think that we do wait. There are some troops here, though. Is this going to be enough? It's 110 centaurs. With the spells that she's got, can she defeat a pack of champions with 110 centaurs? I think so. For that reason, we will set off. For that exact reason. And we're going to hopefully get some good vision on the enemy before they come this way. I need to know in advance if they're going to cause me any grief. Dragon Cliffs, we don't actually need anything in here. I'm going to pick up the Dendroid saplings just because, again, good troops. And then we're focusing on this fort. That's going to be our next thing. Fort into a homestead. I wanted to write Lord Fayette right after his visit, but I forced myself to let some time pass. I finally wrote him today that I would be happy to join his forces, but needed to finish gathering the items Ethric wanted first. I think he will understand. I'll just have to wait and see. Bro, what is this? This is not like right after you take a girl on a date and then you say, yeah, like, should I text her immediately after? Should I, like, wait 1 day? Should I wait 3 days? Like, you can just communicate with people and be open and explain what's going on. You don't have to be coy. You can if you want to. It's your call. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. You can just be open and honest if you'd like to. Clancy has 17 out of his 100 spell points possible. We had to get this. We did. And we really got to hold on to some of these because I think that I do think I need to get this quest card. I think it's got to be dragons. I really think it is. So, I believe we can reach here in 1 day. Wow, this is actually a pretty good garrison. It's a magical garrison, so the spells don't really matter anyway. So, excellent choice to have Clancy be the one to push us through this area. Pretty big fight, actually. I think we can still do a little bit better, but yeah, no spells. How do you fight this fight? I think that you want to wait. 162 Grand Elves can kill so many of these Bone Dragons. So we're going to wait. We're going to let the Unicorns maybe give their aura of magic resistance here in the center. Well, no, because that's not going to stop the Power Liches. You're just going to take damage from 30 Power Liches, but it's going to be ranged from afar. I think we just wait all this out. I hoped that the Bone Dragons would show up. They don't. How much does that change my strategy? And the answer is a little bit. If I wait, if I take another 5 elves worth of damage from these Power Liches, then I should be able to attack these Black Knights with full damage. That's going to be worth it. Yeah, 5 more Grand Elves go down. And now we're going to go into this defensive position around the Elves. Sure, why not? Uh-oh. I don't know if the Bone Dragons actually want to get rooted. I don't think I'd want to. Truly. That should be 1 whole stack. It's good. It's very good. And then the Pegasi should be able to advance forward and take out at least one of these bits of liches. Now we don't have to really worry about the Bone Dragons. Now we can actually just go around these knights with the unicorns and the dragons. There goes 4. Okay, damage here. Damage here. Yeah, and then damage here. Perfect. It's a wrap. Feels good. Oh, it feels really good. Because the elves are going to just obliterate you. Do I even put the unicorns in harm's way? No. I'll lose some more dendroids before I lose another unicorn. Okay, so 10, 8, and 1. Much better. Advanced water magic, that'll give you, if you can get forgetfulness, then that'll be expert. Or it will apply to everybody anyway. And then expert wisdom. Good. I don't think it's going to matter just yet, though. I think that you can only get 4th level spells in this scenario. Let's carry on. And by the day 1, we should have, I hope, 2 undead castles. Even if we just take this one, then we're not going to have to worry about this monolith one-way exit anymore. So there's some pluses and minuses. Let's try and get our heroes going. For the scouters, anyway, the ones that scout. Gem is going to continue. There's a chance that I might leave Stillwater open. And that's pretty scary. I'm hoping that's not that big of a deal. I'm hoping that the enemies will only really advance into this area and not go much further. We're going to leave 1 hero safe, 1 hero back. And we know that we got gold coming tomorrow if we don't spend anything. So let's wait and pick up an extra, what is that, 6,000 gold? It's not much, but it's something. Okay, and this is the thing for me. I really want to purchase the troops here. Again, even if it only keeps them away from the enemy. That's worth it. And this is worth it. I don't think I can do any better. Here. Okay, glorious victory. Crown of the Dragon Tooth, +4 to attack, +4 knowledge. Scales of the Greater Basilisk and the Dragon Wing Tabard. There's a lot of good artifacts there. My word. We're going to swap that out immediately. Armor of Wonder for +3, no. And then Dragon Wing Tabard is really great. So Clancy is looking super good. We could just visit the Magic Spring rather than stay overnight. We're going to do that. And now he has 250 spell points. Sweet. We're going to buy all these troops. And then that's 1 less week's worth of growth that the enemy has. Even though we only have 7,000 gold here, the enemy didn't really push into this area. And so I'm not nearly so concerned. Let's have Mephala dive onto the cover of darkness here to try and prevent some enemy aggression. Let's just see how far or how close the enemy is. They look like they're really backing up. They really do. And so because we have this cover of darkness, I'm going to grab this and go back. I might have messed that up. I think you might have to grab it and then get the cover of darkness, but they should have only a really small radius around there anyway. But that still might be enough to entice the enemy to come back. I don't know. We'll see. Any amount of troops are going to be useful against the Cavaliers that we're looking at fighting pretty soon. Let's see if our undead castles stay standing at the end of this. They do. Sweet. Terrific. And once again, I'm going to hit the cover of darkness just in case I messed that up. Just in case there was a mistake on my end. I don't plan on ever relinquishing Cold Rain again. And so we're going to just clear in this general direction. Yeah, just in this general direction. Do we track down this hero here? I don't know. I didn't catch wind of who he was and how special they might be. They might be really good. They might be pretty bad. I don't know. Otherwise, Gem purchases out all these troops, picks up Homestead. 54 elves. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. And the centaurs. Yeah, buddy, that's... I think we can beat them. With your spells and my brawn, I think we can beat them. And we can clear out all this. We're going to clear out all this stuff that we could have and maybe should have cleared out before. We've got so many resources. I think that we're going to go pick up the equestrian gloves before we do anything else. 1,000 gold here. That's going to buy these dwarves for me here as I'm heading on to these elves. Chaos Hydras, I still think we could take them. If I can get 2 weeks worth of growth into these towns, I don't think I'm ever going to lose them again. I'm definitely not going to lose Cold Rain unless I make a massive error. But we'll have to wait on that. You're nothing. We're going to wait on her. She can just wait. We've already got a lot of this. I wanted tactics. Oh, I'm out of chances with Clancy. Clancy is all full. But Gem, I do want tactics. I like tactics, and it's better than risking it and getting navigation or something that's terrible. So we're gonna head back here. This is gonna pop us up right here. Okay, where did the enemy go? Was there just one enemy here? I think that there was just one enemy here. And if Mephala can reach, she should. Yeah, with the rally flag, we're gonna give her the fastest troops known to man. And a spell book with a magic arrow, and that should kill whatever she comes up against. Oh, we're even going to give her 1 Grand Elf. Why not? For what is probably 1 skeleton, why not? Hey, perfect. Sure, why not? Expert leadership, and then we reclaim some of these extras. Good, good. Okay. Yeah, this, I mentioned in a Heroes Might and Magic 2 video a while ago, long while ago actually, I indicated that, well, I end up doing the tactic where you buy troops just to keep them away from the enemy much more in Heroes 3 than I do anywhere else. And I feel like that's unfortunately this war of attrition that you've just got to win against the enemy in Heroes 3. Because if you don't, you're always going to lose. The enemy will always start off with more castles than you, except for maybe some of the earlier, easier scenarios. The campaigns are always stacked against you. The deck is always stacked against you. And this is just kind of proving that, I think. Sure, we've won some pretty good fights here so far, but I don't think that in general you can get away with doing what I've done. I think it's always going to be stressful. I think you're always going to be in a tough spot. Unless you're willing to do what it takes to just take some castles, win some ground, and then give it back once things have calmed down a little bit. Okay, we've got to get this green tent. We maybe could have won this scenario already, except we didn't have the green tent until now. Oof, we're gonna take some serious damage on the, on the flame there. Spell doesn't affect, immune to fire. So magic arrow doesn't count because it could be a fire spell? Huh, weird. What if I go here and just say that? No? Okay, alright, whatever. What if I do this? Interesting. We found something you're not immune to. Thrilling. I'm just gonna hit Q. I think the battle's over. That was way worse than I thought it would be. All right. Again, though, we got stuff to do. Here, you can get the tent. And just so I can see if somebody's right there in the darkness, let's pop out one more time. Cover of darkness is set. And I think I do want to purchase one more hero just to send them on their way. Uland will go in this direction. I don't think I've ever really explored much in this area, like down here, but I don't think it is much. I think that you got to go through this garrison or through the subterranean gate. I might as well go through the garrison. I can defeat it without much issue, I think. I do want to see the enemies before they come my way, though. I don't want to be surprised by a really tough guy. I don't think I'm going to find one, but several... I mean, you're talking several dragons. You're talking a throng of skeletons. There's troops there. There's stuff to deal with. Yeah, might as well get the Cursed Temple and such. Might as well help scout. Or pit. We've talked about how important that's been. We'll attack the dwarves. That's acceptable. 5,000 gold. Chaos Hydras, this might be a little bit of a tougher fight. Yeah. Yeah, might be. Nothing that a slow can't help. And then I gotta babysit this again because I'm not sure that the centaurs won't just run forward right into their death. I wish I could count on them not, but so be it. Yeah. The archery skill is super good for Gem. And I actually don't know what the likelihood of archery for Rampart is. If it's high, I think that that's a balancing error. I think that it has to be fairly low or else you run into this problem where just with 50 elves, granted 9 attack skill as well, you're able to just decimate some of these fights that you maybe ought not to be able to. This town portal spell, this will teleport you to the nearest friendly town. This town must be unoccupied. That could be useful in just a little bit. We will see. Otherwise, I'm a little bit scared. I know that I'm the toughest right now. Kingdom Army Strength, yeah, it's all me. But does that mean that we attack Galthran? I don't know. I really don't. Can I reach him this turn if I go? I think if I could reach him, I do. And in fact, if I can reach him, I can get to that Library of Enlightenment. Do I have good luck? I've got really good luck. Still Eye of the Dragon, Ladybird of Luck. So I don't pick up the fountain just in case something bad happens. I think that we push. Take our gold. And if we lose at this point, then I don't know how to play the game. Okay. Do need to go through this monolith two-way. That's where Gem's heading right now. Let's see what Galthran thinks about this fight. I like my chances. Let's see if he likes his chances as well. He does not. Day 6. The caretaker admits you into the Library of Enlightenment. You are able to learn much in a short time here. So that's going to be plus multiple. Yeah, +2 to attack, defense, spell power, knowledge. It's massive. Absolutely crazy. The Helm of Heavenly Enlightenment. I don't like my odds there against dragons. Not against the unknown, anyway. I think that everybody's more or less running from Clancy, and that suits me just fine. If I can take Haunt's Wind, and if I can have 3 Necromancy Castles, and then just hold what I have, then it's only a matter of time before I just overwhelm the enemy. Let's wait on Malcolm. It would be wise for Gem to be ready for whatever comes, but and what do I mean by that? It would be good for her to be ready to protect this capstone castle of Stillwater. I think that with this cover of darkness, I can continually prevent the enemy from wanting to push into my territory. I really do. And these heroes are not tough. They're really not. A few Walking Dead? Do you have any spells, buddy? No, you don't? Interesting. We'll wait. But I do want to get this monolith two-way. Get out of the way. Save me the movement points. And this one might be a little bit of a waste of time, but there might be something cool in here. Like +1 to attack, defense, what have you. So let's do this now. Gonna take some losses. Going to do even better. Oof, you move so far. Sweet. Here. Defend, defend, defend. That's a weird split. Did not expect that. Let's see. I could probably do a lot of damage. I don't think I really want to. Okay. And then there's that fire magic. I'm not going to take it though. Expert intelligence. If I get the opportunity, and I will because I'm going to beat the enemy and then I'm just going to finish up the map, I'm going to go around. I'm going to get all my +1s. I'm going to do that off camera because I think this is already a pretty long scenario. In fact, I know it's long. I don't just think it's long. I know it's long. And I'm trying to do these short, but I'm also trying to do these thoroughly. Balance choices, what to do. I don't know. I think I can actually do something here with Ellie Chase, or I can go here. I can use him kind of like as a distraction. So the enemy's going to want to go for him. Because right here, I don't think that they can see him in this little dead spot, and then he can maybe get back to the sanctuary. And if not, then they'll try and attack him. Succeed or fail, I don't really know. I don't really care. And then we are good for him to continue on. That's just a bait. That's to keep you from attacking this main castle. Glorious victory, but it's going to be extremely heavy losses. Cannot happen. We must do better. Okay, tons of damage going down on these gold dragons. Now, because the enemy is inside of this castle, I don't think that we're actually going to be better off simply by casting a mass slow. This would be a time where the mass haste would probably be better. We don't really have that at our disposal. What do we have? Well, let's see. Shield. Shield's going to be good. 5th level spells will affect these gold dragons. So we always have sacrifice as a stupid but long shot type of choice. We do always have expert anti-magic. Okay. Tell you what, Armageddon is a 4th level spell, right? I'm immune to levels 1 through 4. I can anti-magic and then Armageddon. How about I do that actually? Why wouldn't I do that? Other than the battle dwarves who have a 40% magic resistance anyway, I don't think I really care about the Pegasi or all these other troops. I think that we might as well just expert. Yeah, I think that you just expert anti-magic here. And then you're gonna just, just Armageddon everybody in this castle to death. That's probably a stupid idea, but that's what we're gonna do. It's probably stupid. Okay, we're gonna go up to here. It's still gonna be in range. And then that way I don't feel bad. Again, I don't mind about losing these Silver Pegasi. We're talking about doing an Armageddon. So, you know, like, why not? If I take these Dread Knights retaliation right now, I'll be feeling pretty good. Yeah, take them. All 31 of them. I don't care. Pick the Power Liches, no problems there. We're going to do a ton of damage. And yet there's still more damage to be done. 15 of these knights remaining. Dread Knights are big, they're tough, they're bad. Ugh. Yeah. Groot getting into the fight. There goes the blind. Wow, you held on to your spell for so long. For so long, actually. Bone Dragons are now stuck. Vampire Lords are going to go before anybody else does. I actually wonder, should I kill Dread Knights? Or should I do anything else? Okay, how many of these Bone Dragons am I going to kill with a 700 damage Armageddon? I'm going to kill lots of them. I'm going to kill 4, maybe 5. It's going to be right on the cusp of killing 5. I think that we should actually... Let's see, how many of these guys are we going to kill? 400. You're going to kill all the Power Liches. You should just kill the Dread Knights. There's gonna be Dread Knights left over. Kill the Dread Knights. 1 gold dragon goes down. Cast the Armageddon immediately. And it looks stupid because it is. I don't care. Yeah, 1 bone dragon, 3 Dread Knights. Hey, at least we got the battle doors. The battle doors resisted the spell. Ah! They're animals. They're crazy. I'm fine with that. I don't care about this 1 Black Knight. He could probably get around me actually, and then just like sit and not attack. But when he attacks and I get to retaliate, then I'm just fine. Let's see. We still have the dwarves that are going to get to go this fight. They'll take out the vampire lords. Let's work on these wraiths. Let's kill all of the wraiths. No! 1 hit point left. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'll take that. Good, good. And then we're going to take one more round of turret shots. That's 2, 4, 6 elves. And it was a worthy fight on your end, but yeah. We got the unicorns with their magic aura of resistance. We got the battle dwarfs who just resisted the Armageddon. We got the elves that are still around, and we still have 4 dragons. So yeah, 31 centaurs, they were going down anyway. 6 unicorns, yeah, we definitely could have done better than that. And then losing the Pegasi, I prevented the power liches from attacking, but meh. And then the dendroids, it is what it is. Ring of Life, +1. Legs of Legion, not too bad. I'm for all that. We're going to take the expert water magic because you can never go wrong with that. It's day 7, but we need to leave. We got to go. We're going to attack here because I don't think this guy can do anything for us or against us. And then the quickest way back is like this way, but I don't know if there's probably another castle in here, and I don't want to put Clancy anywhere near harm's way. Can we defeat this garrison? I think so, and I think we're going to want to anyway, so you might as well do it right now. Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure you break off some single stacks. Let's see, 1 single stack of the unicorns, and then might as well do 2 single stacks of the battle dwarves. 1 and 1. Sure. Given the way this scenario is going, sure. And I think actually I'm to the point where Mafala should go this way so that another hero can be hired. Transfer troops to her, to there, and then we get all these undead troops with Clancy. Clancy's going to have bad morale, but it could be worse. Okay, let's see what's in here. Yeah, knew it. Dragon Cliffs. I wondered if there would be Dragon Cliffs, and I'm very sad that I've missed out on this until now. How many dragons guard it? Let's see. How's it go? It goes 9, 6, and 3. There should be 3 dragons here. 3 green dragons. Yeah, 3 green dragons. Okay, 1 centaur. We're going to take that, and we're going to purchase our 1 dragon. We're going to go back to the School of Magic. Might as well pick up the spell power because we only have 6, and then we will go here and here and out. But now we've got 2 dragon cliffs that are going to have an extra +1 dragon. So pretty big. We wish we had that before the match was over, but the match is pretty much over at this time. Any troops to purchase here? No. We do want to send 1 hero up the road here. At this point, you see me just buying heroes, purchasing them like they're candy. Is there anybody down here? No. And unless there's somebody right here who can go all the way down this road, I think we're going to keep Hauntswind for 1 more day. Otherwise, we should be able to get back with Clancy in short order. Let's see what the enemy does here. We're going to let him retreat. Interesting. I received a letter from Lord Fayette today. I had to open it right away. It formally invited me to join his forces as a general as soon as my promise to Sandra was fulfilled. He said some flattering things that made me laugh. The Elf Lord is also a charmer. It's going to be a pleasure working for him. Month of the Weasel. Week of the Weasel. Okay. This is the time where I don't think I care nearly so much about these kind of side quests. Apparently I need to worry about this. But some of those secondary heroes, we're still probably going to pick up at least the archers, but not everything is going to matter. Not like it did. Not like it did. Forgetfulness is pretty good. If I haste, let's see, we're definitely going to want to attack these Cyclops Kings. Just like this. They're going to go. Oh, that's why you don't let them do that. Okay. Cool. And then the rest of my troops basically are going to get to go. Let's see, we're going to have a stack here, a stack here. Actually, no, we need a haste. We do need a haste. And I wish I'd hasted before because now it's like, well, your elves aren't going to get to go, and that's very sad. But now all the rest of my creatures are going to be able to cover up their ranged creatures. So let's see. Here. Here. And here. I guess I could use the dwarves to do one of those things. Probably keep the elves from getting attacked here. They're still going to take way less damage than they were going to otherwise. I don't know. My brain is officially mush. It was time to stop a while ago. It was time to stop a while ago. Let's see. Let's lightning bolt here. Do full damage. Here. Let's see. Attack here. Sit here. Sit here. And why my dragons? There they go. Why my dragons didn't go, I don't know. Well, they just hadn't gone yet. From here, I think that I can just let this go. Yeah, much better. And then all these extra resources. Good to start working on mage guilds. So let's actually start doing that right now. So I think we can get 4th levels. Counter-Strike, definitely worth it. And then Forgetfulness, I think we've already got that. We're just going to head in this direction for now. Okay, we do want to do a big hero chain transfer, though. I'm going to see if there's anybody that will attack me through the underground here. And then Cold Rain, we're going to hire one more hero. Yeah, spending our money like crazy. Purchase everybody. It's a lot of everybody. And down we go to this transfer. And this is, as I've mentioned in other iterations of Heroes of Might and Magic, this is one of the times where I think that Heroes of Might and Magic 4 got things right. How is that? Heroes of Might and Magic 4 had a mechanic by where you would have your troops and you would do your very, very best with them to move them as far as they could go. And they would ultimately be forced to stop once the troop, not the hero, was out of movement points. Now, what does that do for you? Well, what that does for you is this. Oh, we've got to get the Dragon Vault. Makes too much sense to upgrade these 9. Wow, they are much more expensive, aren't they? Okay. It made it so that you couldn't do this long hero chain transfer that we're doing right now. And I think that's actually a really good thing to potentially get rid of or to not have in the game anymore. And it makes me sad because it's strategic, it's a big deal, and yet it isn't grounded in reality that you might expect. The logistics of your army, it requires that you actually deal with your slow troops. If I don't have to deal with my slow troops anymore, if they're just going to be speedy, fast, and all that, well, then what's the point? You know? I don't know. I think that there's some potential for loss. I feel a little bit sad at the... Oh, sacrifice. I feel bad when you don't get the opportunity to do things differently or do things better. Okay, I have to think or talk. I can't play and think at the same time. I think that you need to look at the reality of the situation and the fact that the dwarves are now excited to keep walking 3 times as far as they would otherwise be able to just because a new hero picked them up. I don't think that's reasonable. I don't think that that's feasible. And I don't think that that should exist in a strategy game as far as that goes. Okay. And in that way, I think Heroes of Might and Magic 4 got it right. But still, I mean, it's also a game, and don't tell me that this game does not have, you know, so many places and so many times where you must suspend your disbelief, because it does, certainly. So I also don't really really want to have a knockdown, drag out fight with all the people that say that no, it's fine just the way it is. Like, I'm with you. It's like, we're cool, man. Like, I'm not stressing out about it. And my hope is that other people aren't stressing out about it too. It's just one thing that I think the Heroes 4 got right in a very nice way. It makes me happy. It does. We're going to trade ore and wood. We're not going to get that other fort. It's not going to matter. Well, no, it might matter. No, you can get Mage Guild levels without getting a fort. So, never mind. I was trading those just so I got dragons here, just in case this other hero tries to step to me. That should help. Ah! In fact, they are coming my way, and I think that the reason that they're coming my way is because they are feeling pushed into my general direction. They don't actually want to come this way, but it's like rats from a drowning ship. They don't have any strength left on their side of things, and so now they feel that they must do the very best they can to go away from the pressure. And right now they're not feeling any pressure from over here or from over here, and so they will go that way. But I think that he's about to find that he is very much mistaken. We're going to purchase all the rest of these troops. We're going to get rid of this one Wraith. Those Wraiths were pretty good. And I don't know how much of this early game was me just getting, I don't want to say lucky, but having good fortune and using my diplomacy skills, and how much of this was, you know, different. How much of this was luck and how much of this was skill. How much of this was preloaded, how much of this was not. We're going to lose the one dragon. I just don't think it matters. Basic Scholar, sure, why not? And otherwise, we're going to come on back. We will take the cover of darkness probably at another time, but not right this very second. Okay. And still we ride. Clancy now with these 10 ghost dragons is doing very well for himself. 3 unicorns. I think that actually looks pretty okay considering. And I want your castle more than I want your heroes. But I will also take your heroes. Expert Wisdom. There are 5th level spells here. We need the Expert Wisdom. I didn't think we needed the Expert Wisdom. Now I'm glad I had that opportunity. Clancy still has the opportunity to get one more level. He better take it. Gem still needs one more level, but there's this tree that neither of them have gotten, so we're fine. We're there. This, I think, this is the last castle. I think that we just have to hire a hero to go on out and explore, but unfortunately we are out of gold, so we're going to wait one more day. Yeah, the enemies are not moving at all, so we're just going to continue to get Mage Guild levels. Inferno, sure, why not? And, oh, we can get 5th level Mage Guilds. Okay. Whoops, my bad. What are we short? We're going to be short lots of stuff. Probably shouldn't have traded for stuff like we did. Okay. Clancy is going to just travel up this road a little ways. See what is up here. Nothing. 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 That goes to there. But then where does this go? Gotta find out. Need to know. Oh, look at this. Jeez. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. All right. Cool. This is their equivalent to what I had. Gotcha. All right. This has convinced me that this map is won. And so we're just going to send Clancy down into this area. And at that point, the scenario is won. All you need to know at this point is that if I hit in turn for a couple more days, the enemy will have their heroes abandon them because there's no other castles on the map, I believe. I'm very, very confident in that. So what does that mean for you? That means that you can trust with good faith that I've completed this scenario, and I will let you know if there's some part of this scenario that I have not completed. And what I mean by that is this border guard, this quest guard under here, if it's something nutty, we're going to go grab that real quick. But after I do, all of what I'm going to do here is make sure that I get every +1 on this map. This +1 to the School of Magic example for Clancy, this School of War, things like that. We're going to do all that, and then we're going to call it a day. But we're not going to call it a day until then. It looks like we do have to wait for Zai to complete. So let me just go down into the underground. Let me get the artifact that we need to return back to Greenleaf or Leaf Hall. And once red is destroyed and once we have the artifact, you may know for yourself that the scenario is completed. The group of bandits, oh, no dragons? Oh, it's the next one. Oh no. This is the one that I would prefer to only have dragons on. Okay. A group of bandits man this tower. They say if you want Tarek and his equipment, you have to pay his ransom of 40,000 gold. All right, it's yours. You already have 8 heroes and... Oh, thank goodness. I thought that I messed this up. I thought that the prison was going to dissipate. No, you already have 8 heroes and regretfully must leave the prisoner in this jail to languish in agony for untold days. No, just for the rest of today. We're going to pick him up. In a dazzling display of daring, you break into the local jail and free the hero imprisoned there, who in return pledges loyalty to your cause. This is going to be Tarek, the battle mage. He does have the vampire's cowl. We're going to immediately transfer that over. That's going to go with our main hero, Clancy. And so we have the vampire's cowl. There's no other enemies. Zai is going to be defeated. We're going to continue until he abandons his lord and liege. Meanwhile, I am going to just send Jem around, but you can rest assured that this scenario has been officially completed. Centaur population doubles. Nifty. Nice. Another level of Mage Guild. Sorrow. We're going to leave there in just 1 second. Clancy's got to head back. Let's see. Hold on. Clancy's been here to this Library of Enlightenment. So he's been here. Clancy needs to go here to the Monolith one way. So I can pick up the School of War. Might as well have one of these heroes. Let's have it be Aligar. Let's have him go up this road just to see what's over here. We'll check in that underground. Oh, there's already a hero in the underground here. Okay, gotcha. And then Jem needs to stay one more day. Red's heroes have abandoned him and he is banished from this land. So, scenario's completed. And we will put the vampire's cowl here in Leaf Hall in just 1 second. Let me just do some fast forwarding with a quick pause. And then we will let you see that happen. Okay. And now just to recap basically what I've done for the last couple of days. It's now month 3, week 2, day 4. I've just gotten all my mage guilds up to level 5. And so what that means is that going on to the next scenario and any final scenario, we're going to have things like Chain Lightning. We're going to have Air Elemental. We're going to have Meteor Shower. We're going to have Resurrection. We're going to have Magic Mirror, Sacrifice, Water Elemental, Implosion, Earth Elemental. We're going to have some pretty darn good spells. And I spent the time to make sure that both Jem and Clancy went around and picked up all of those spells. So we should have some excellent heroes moving forward. The only things that I left on the table are this. Clancy did not pick up this +1 at the School of Magic, and Jem did not pick up this +1 at the School of War. And I decided ultimately not to have Jem take Tactics. Tactics is really good. I love Tactics, but you know what? I think that with the slow and the haste, you kind of mitigate the whole purpose of Tactics in the first place. Anyway, not to mention making a wall around your ranged troops is not that useful when there's enemy power liches that you're going to have to deal with every single time. That's my reasoning. So Clancy is now full. He's now a level 20 ranger. Jem actually is a level 19. So she's actually got one more thing to do. And we're going to just kind of watch her do that as we go back here to Stillwater. We got to make sure that we don't actually go to Leaf Hall. If we go to Leaf Hall, we just win the scenario before she goes over here and gets her last +1. But otherwise, a fun scenario, an excellent scenario. And I don't know how quickly people have beaten this scenario. I think I obviously left a lot of time on the table for speedrunners to accomplish this. And not even just speedrunners, just people who can just be very, very quick. I should have taken Tactics. Basic Diplomacy or Basic Ballistics? Wow, these both are terrible. I would rather have Tactics. All right, well, these are the breaks, and I'm going to take the Ballistics for this reason. Diplomacy might actually help me more. We had a good diplomacy game earlier in this playthrough, and yet if you do not let the creatures join you, then they're going to want to attack you, simply for the having to deal with all of the enemies that want to fight you after you deny their charitable offer to only buy 1/5 of the creatures for 100% of the cost. Yeah, I think that I want to take the ballistics, even though that's not going to be very useful. On the other hand, ballistics is still the smartest decision, so I'm going to take that. Look at how I talked myself into and out of things. Folks, that's Leaf Hall. Congratulations, you have reached your destination, precious cargo intact, and can claim victory. So, that was an excellent scenario. Happy for it. And we will move on to finding the final artifact that Etheric wants Jem to find very, very quickly. Oops. Yeah, we're just going to overwrite that. And that's going to be driving for the boots. So, until that time, look after yourself, look after your friends, look after your family. This has been a little bit of a weird playthrough, but you know what? There's parts of it I really enjoyed, and there's parts of it that we got through, and that's okay. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is a very fun game. It's fantastic, and there's so many great reasons to play it, and I'm going to continue to play it and give it my all. Unfortunately, I'm going to need a lot more of these. Something about caffeine. My general state of mind is caffeinated, and maybe I just need to make sure I'm staying in that state of mind. Folks, until I see you next time, right back here, take very good care. My name is Phixfox. I'll catch you later.